Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, and bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
Campbell to throw, fires it, he has Terry Canes. Canes is into the backfield at the 20, tripped up at the 15, still going, is into the end zone.
Now let's head out to the stadium. With a call of tonight's game, here's Ron Ruman.
Good evening and welcome to Week 5 of the 2017 York Adams League High School football season. Tonight, our high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine comes to you live from bucolic Manchester, PA. High on the hill we are as the Bobcats of Northeastern host the Lions of Red Lion. Ron Ruben along with Gareth Hissong. Got some football weather tonight, Gareth, in Week 5, and got a team coming in in Northeastern at 3-1 off their first loss of the season last week to Central, and Red Lion still riding high. Got a good win at home in Hornfield last week against the York High Bearcats.
Another beautiful September sunny sky here for Friday night football, and a different tone for this Northeastern team. We saw them last week coming in undefeated. All morale was high, and this week, different tempo. It's all business. They got humbled last week with Central York, a tough loss. Weren't able to get much going on offense, so they came into this week focused in preparation, knowing that they had another tough task, a lot of heavy lifting, facing a talented Red Lion team, well coached by Jesse Shea. Another tall task for this home team, Bobcats, tonight.
Yeah, both these teams lost a lot to graduation. Northeastern had a group of guys that went through really a bunch of two-year starters that left after last season. They got up to the great 3-0 non-conference start, but as you mentioned, they ran into a tough one last week at Central, although they were in that game, well into the second half. But and they are again tonight without their starting running back, Frank Brown, so we'll see how they handle that. Red Lion is missing one starter as well, which we'll get into a little bit later in our starting lineups. So the Northeastern band is out there on the field doing their pregame show for the folks. They honored the Northeastern Little League team, which won the state championship in the 9-10-year-old bracket, so congratulations to them. And this is the Flying Feet pregame show as we get you ready for Northeastern and Red Lion. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with our Game Time PA coaches interviews after this. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into. You can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The pregame coverage. Tonight's feature, Red Lion visiting Northeastern. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Game Time PA. Joining us is head coach of Red Lion, Coach Jesse Shea. Coach, how's it feeling tonight?
We feel pretty good. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you as well. You got a big win against previously unbeaten York High last week. Did that win carry over to a good week of preparation?
Yeah, I really think it did. And the other thing that helped is we knew we were going against a very talented, very well coached, and very disciplined Northeastern team. So we enjoyed the York High win for about a day, and then we refocused on what we have to do tonight.
Offensively, you have good balance, averaging 244 yards on the ground, 191 in the air. Will that balance be key tonight?
Well, and it can be. I hesitate to say that the balance is the key because, we did pretty well in the past running the ball the majority of the time. What I will say is it will put a lot more pressure on Northeastern's defense if we're able to do both well tonight.
With us is head coach of Red Lion, Coach Jesse Shea. You know that Northeastern has good team speed. On defense, how will you guard against this big play mentality?
Try to, kind of like the same way we did last week. The mantra last week was make them snap it again. Don't give up the 80-yard touchdown run. Make them snap it again. And so we did a real nice job of pursuing the ball last week, and we worked on it again this week because of the incredible team speed that Northeastern has. And we did it last week. We practiced it. We're hopeful we can do it again this week.
You have a size advantage in this contest. Talk a little bit about how that will be entered into the game plan, and if you'll try to wear down Northeastern's defense.
Well, wearing down their defense is difficult just because of the speed they have and the defense they run. They don't run a defense where they're going to line up man on you and just duke it out. They're going to stunt, they're going to slant, and they're very good at bringing pressure. So honestly, what we need the size to do for us is really more on the defensive side of the ball to occupy gaps against this explosive offense.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight. I'm sure we'll be catching up later on this season.
Thanks very much.
Coach's interviews are brought to you by Game Time PA. Stay tuned for more of our pregame coverage after this.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our Flying Feet pregame coverage. Tonight's feature, Red Lion visiting Northeastern. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Game Time PA. With us now is head coach of Northeastern, Coach John Shapansky. Coach, last week you got your first loss. How did that transition into the week of preparation? How did the team respond?
We need to refocus. You win some, you lose some. We got to be able to move on from it. Season keeps going. We got another big one tonight against a really good Red Lion team, so we're going to be put to the test again.
You're facing another big team in Red Lion, has a size advantage. How do you counteract that, and how does that impact your scheme tonight?
They're bigger, but we didn't talk about it. We didn't really focus on it. We got to do our assignments, play our game, and let it be what it is.
With us is head coach of Northeastern, Coach John Shapansky. Offensively, you had trouble moving the ball against Central. What do you need to do tonight to have more success on offense against a team that gives up some running yards but not a lot of points?
Yeah, we had 7 3-and-outs last week, and anytime you do that to your defense, you're putting them in a bad situation. So we got to be able to get first downs tonight, and that's our goal. Move the chains, keep that going, keep our defense off the field as long as it can.
Fred Mobile is explosive. We saw him in the Wildcat a few times last week. Will you try more different looks on offense tonight and try to use his speed to be a factor tonight?
Yeah, it's a possibility. We go to the Wildcat some. It's something we looked at last week, and just to change of pace. It's not our identity, but it's a good change of pace for us.
Coach, it was great seeing you. Best of luck tonight, and we'll catch up with you later.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Our coaches' interview is brought to you by Game Time PA. Stay tuned for more of our pregame coverage after this break.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Office South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30, Hellam Exit.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Welcome back to Northeastern. Tonight it is Red Lion visiting the Bobcats.
And we are here at Northeastern High School. The Bobcat Band on the field performing for us here. And for the fans, really, doing Fiddler on the Roof. That's a great show. Did that in high school myself, so I always like to hear the fiddler music. We'll have that in the background as we now go through our Hunters Hill Ortho Look Around the League as part of our Flying Feet pregame show. Had a game last night, Northern Lebanon defeating York Suburban 31-28. Tough loss. 1-4 start for the Trojans. That was a tough one for them. They've had two consecutive tough losses now. Lost by 1 point to Kennerdale last week in that one. So Andy Locke's guys, unfortunately, 1-4 right now, even though a couple of tough, close losses.
Also a young team that has a lot of potential going forward.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, tonight in Division III, Bermudian 3-1 at Fairfield. The Green Knights are 4-1 right now.
Fairfield's rolling on some good momentum. Bermudian Springs doesn't seem to be as strong as they typically are year in and year out, but I still think the Eagles have enough to pull out a win against the Green Knights.
All right, let's stay in Division III while we can, because we got a big one over in your turf, over in Myers Field. No, Shepherd. That's Hanover.
Shepherd is.
Yeah.
Down at the Corral in Southwest.
All right, well, it's at DeLone. What's your...
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was going to DeLone there. I couldn't think of the... Anyway, it's at DeLone. They are 4-0. They're hosting the Littlestown Bolts, also 4-0. This could be the decider. It's early. I know we're only halfway through, but the winner of this one could be in the driver's seat for Division III.
Major matchup against the Bolts. The Bolts I've been hearing great things about, but DeLone, a good win against York Catholic last week, also rolling undefeated into this game. And always exciting when two undefeated rivals clash. And only week 4 of the season with major implications for postseason matchups. So it'll be an interesting matchup contest there at DeLone Catholic.
That will. All right, and the other side of the ledger in Division III, Biglerville at York Tech. No wins for either team tonight. Somebody's going to get there first.
Yep, the opposite of the unbeaten battle. So we'll keep an eye on that one and keep the updates coming.
Yeah, well, that's actually tomorrow. That's at Tech, so that one will be played tomorrow. Sorry about that. All right, let's move to Division II right now. Eastern on the road at Dover. Both of those squads are 2-2 right now. Dover, though, has had two pretty good wins, and actually their losses, early losses to Shippensburg and Steel High, and they were in both of those games.
Right, and I keep going back to that Shippensburg game when they were down by maybe about 4 scores, and they came back and made it a contest. So I think Dover rolls to their third victory.
Gettysburg is at Susquehanna. Squads also both 2-2, and again, the team that can win this one is probably going to be in the Division II race.
And if I recall correctly, when I was coming up through about middle school, this was a good rivalry, Gettysburg and Susquehanna. They had some good battles, so both 2-2 coming into this contest. Be interesting to see if Susquehanna can continue their improvement and come out with a win.
Yep. Next week we're gonna have a first. We're gonna be at Kennerdale doing a home game for the Rams tonight. They're on the road at West York. The Rams are 3-1, and unfortunately West York they're struggling this year. They are 0-5 right now.
Kennerdale can't look at that 0 in the win column for West York. They have to come out, continue to do what they've been doing to get to 3-1, and they'll be just fine and end up 4-1 after tonight.
All right, and one other game in, I think I missed one in D3 there. York Catholic and Hanover. York Catholic at 2-2, Hanover at 2-2. That's on the road. The Irish started out really playing well. They got blown out by Berks Catholic and then lost a tough one last week to DeLone.
I think York Catholic rolls in this one over the Nighthawks.
All right. Now we'll move up to Division I. In addition to our contest, Central at Southwestern. Both of those teams are 2-2. Central had a pretty good non-conference schedule, and the Southwestern also a decent non-con schedule. Got a win last week over New Oxford.
We talked about first-year head coach at Southwestern, Coach Heilman. It'd be a good resume booster for him to beat a tough Central York team.
And also a battle of 0-win teams, New Oxford on the road at Spring Grove tonight.
This will be a tough test. Spring Grove has had some tough losses. They need to get on the right side and get a win in that W column. I expect them to come out on top.
And Dallastown is at York High. Both these teams 3-1 now. Dallastown had the opening loss. They've been rolling since then. York High has to rebound from their first loss to this Red Line team last week.
That's right. We talk about resiliency in these football games, playing 4 quarters. How do you react after you get hit in the mouth? Are you going to get up off the canvas and fight? And this week, York High, coming off of a tough loss to Red Line last week, I think they're going to respond and come out on the winning side against the Wildcats of Dallastown.
All right, there you go. Our look around the league from Hunters Hill Ortho as we get you ready for Northeastern and Red Lion. Take a break, come back with our starting lineups courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent, after this on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in order, first in sports.
We are back from Northeastern High School, our Flying Feet pregame coverage. Now it's time for our State Farm Trish Hauser starting lineups. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And for Northeastern, on offense at quarterback is the big sophomore, 6'4", 190, Zach Sanderson. And at starting running back, playing for the injured Frank Brown, is number 17, the junior, Jaden Suero. Also joining him in the backfield is Wyatt Hughes, the senior. At wide receiver, Tamar Willis and Fred Mulba, two exciting players to watch on offense. At tight end, Nate Eister. The offensive tackles, Karan Perrier, Robert Allman. At guard is Eli Alexander and Adam Zarfas. At center, Stephen Gundy. On defense for the Bobcats, defensive ends, Nate Eister and Adam Zarfas. At nose guard is Eli Alexander. Tackle, Karan Perrier. Linebacking core, Jaden Suero, Dalton Ream, Wyatt Hughes. And in the backfield for the defense of the Bobcats, Fred Mulba, Tamar Willis, Isaiah Brabram, and Daniel Thomas. On offense for the visiting Red Lion Lions at quarterback, a fun player to watch. We haven't been able to see him yet this year is number 1, 6'2", 175-pound senior Zach Throne. At running back is Zach Crossland, Tyler Ness, and Elijah Workinger. And at wide receiver, playing for the injured Denny Dennison, is Jason Nazarenas, Ben Hornberger, The offensive line goes Zarek Neese, Jared Miller, Jake Waldrop, Scott Wilt, and Nick Taylor on defense for the Lions. Defensive ends, Bailey Royer, Evan Paulus. At tackle, Zarek Neese and Nick Saylor. Linebacking core, Jamel Foster, Elijah Workinger, Justin Dillon. And the defensive backfield for Denny Dennison, Jason Nazareth, Tyler Ness, Zach Crossland, Kobe Martin. And that wraps up your starting lineups, brought to you by Trish Hauser, State Farm Insurance. Stay tuned for more of our pregame coverage. After this break, we will cover the York Kia keys to the game.
Unique Physique is now accepting clients for personal training for mornings and evenings. Sports-specific training customized for your son or daughter's specific need. Whether it's weight loss, toning up, or getting in shape, maybe an upcoming wedding, John Kirchner has helped train hundreds of satisfied clients reach their goals. John is a sports performance coach with a master's in exercise science and injury prevention. Improve your performance, get better, get stronger, get faster. Start now. Immediate openings available. Call John at 873-0234. Unique Physique, 3432 East Market Street, York.
Keep up to date on Penn State football all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruben, and I'll have Penn State updates Wednesdays through Fridays. Hear from Coach James Franklin and key players as the Nittany Lions get ready for Saturday's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood SureSave Markets, financial advisor Dave Schrenkel, and Penn State York. Get the latest on Penn State football on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
If crazy is as crazy does, then at York Kia, crazy is all we do. It's Jeff Staub from York Kia, where we're getting quite the reputation for doing the insane every day. Here's what's up with the crazy lease deals in September. Lease the 2017 Kia Forte for just $159 per month, a 2017 Kia Optima at just $199 per month, or a 2017 Kia Sportage all-wheel drive for just $229 per month. All with zero due-it signing, zero security deposit, and zero first month's payment, and free oil changes and PA inspections on select Kia. Think Kia? Think York. York, York! It ain't over yet. Jeff Stahl from York Kia again. I forgot the best part. We've got financing rates down to a crazy 0%, and we're still going for 100% credit approval, still giving out the highest trade-in deals, and every new Kia still comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty too. So come see me personally at my desk on the showroom floor. We've got to move our remaining 2017 Kias, and our crazy is your game. Think Kia? Think York.
York, York! Excludes tax and tax. Credit approval. Offer ends 10/2/2017.
Live, local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Manchester. Ron Ruben, Gareth Hissong with you on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and our Flying Feet pregame show. Tonight it's Northeastern hosting Red Lion. The Bobcats 3-1, 0-1 in the league, and the Lions 4-0 and 1-0. Sorry, your keys to the game. Let's look at the Bobcats first, trying to rebound from the loss to Central last week, and they're without their running back Frank Brown again tonight.
Defense is going to be key tonight for the Bobcats. They face a balanced offensive attack from Red Lion. What really stuck out to me about the offense for Red Lion is they throw to their running backs out of the backfield. Elijah Workinger, the fullback, 7 catches this year. Zach Crossland, 10 catches. Tyler Ness, 4 catches. That's going to create a lot of mismatches anytime you're throwing to running backs out of the backfield. So they have to key those guys and stop that, and also at the same time stop that running attack. And they're going to have to get some turnovers on defense to really have a chance against this tough Red Lion team.
And the York Kia keys for the Lions of Red Lion.
Red Lion has to stick to the fundamentals. That's how they beat a tough York High team last week. Keep that ground game going. They have the size advantage. Try to establish the running game early. On defense, do the same thing they did against York High. Keep the players in front of them. Don't give up the big plays to Fred Mulba and Tamar Willis on the outside. They're fortunate that they don't have to face the explosive Frank Brown at running back. So if they cue Wyatt Hughes, who is a good running back, Tamar Willis, and Fred Mulba on the perimeter at wide receiver, Red Lions should be okay.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting. We heard Jesse Shea talk about the fact that they were able to handle the speed of York High last week. And, that was something when we saw York a couple of weeks ago, that really got the best of Cedar Cliff. They got Kayla Dorsey loose a couple of times, and that was all she wrote. So, yeah, that was a good job on the part of the Red Lion Lions, and they're going to face some speed tonight with Northeastern as well.
Well, we talked about, we were at that game. York High and Cedar Cliff. And Cedar Cliff, very gap-disciplined defense, but they could not set the edge. And that's what happened last week. Red Lion, defensive ends, did a phenomenal job, Bailey Royer, Evan Paulus, at setting that edge and forcing the runners to go stay inside where the help defense is going to come and clean up the play. So they did that, and then on the back end, they just kept the receivers in front of them, didn't give up the big play, didn't let them run past the top of the defense. So good, disciplined defense can win ball games.
All right, those are our York Kia keys to the game as the Bobcats take the field here tonight in front of the home crowd. Good crowd on hand. Beautiful night for high school football. Temperatures in the upper 60s and clear skies. We are going to take a break and come back with the Fast Signs opening kickoff and the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter. Red Lion and Northeastern on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine is next on WOIK1350.com and Game Time PA.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Please rise and remove your hats as the Bobcat Marching Band, led by band director Timothy Howe, plays our national anthem.
Our national anthem performed by the Bobcat Marching Band here tonight, and we are just about ready to roll. Red Lion and Northeastern here on high school football. Glad you're with us. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Steve Navaroli, Central PA game day for you. Wrap up all the Friday night action and get you ready for your sports weekend. And the Revs are playing for all the marbles tonight. They're up 2-0 in the championship series downtown at Peoples Bank Park. Don't know if we'll be able to get a score for you. We will try. See if we can find it online anywhere, but so far we haven't had much luck with that. But best of luck to the Revs. Daryl Henry on the air tonight. We will be on air next week. So.
Ron, real quick, just want to say stellar performance there in the national anthem by this band. And really, you know, we come here, we focus on the games, and Red Lion is going to receive first. Bobcats win the toss and defer. So we'll see the Lion offense first. But hey, again, you see a lot of great talent in the bands in this area, and kudos to these students and the parents. They work very hard, and it shows in their performance. We focus on these football games, but these bands are stellar as well.
Well, I couldn't agree more. As a former band member, a former band parent, and a current band parent of a young lady that we are immensely proud of in the Penn State Blue Band, you are right. There's a lot of hours that go into that and a lot of hard work. So we do try and feature the bands when we can, pregame and halftime. So the Lions will receive. They will go left to right. They are the visitors tonight in their white uniforms with the gold and black trim and the gold and black helmets and the black numbers. And Northeastern, the home unis, black with the orange trim and the numbers trimmed in orange. Kevin Torres will boot it for the Bobcats and try and pick up the numbers deep, and I cannot do it right now. Might be Jamel Foster back there, and I cannot pick up the number across the way. We'll see if we can get it when the ball is kicked. Or is that Crossland? Maybe is that Crossland.
Talk about these uniforms, some new helmets for Red Line with the wing design like the Delaware Blue Hens and Michigan Wolverines. The white helmets and the yellow design.
And our fast sign opening kick in Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter about to get underway here. And the boot is there. It's a high, short kick, and it's fielded at the 17-yard line by the Lions. And out to the 32-yard line is Alex Cook, who is back to receive. So the Lions will set up in decent field position, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line in the opening drive of this game.
So Jesse Shea, creative guy on offense. He comes, I think he's in his about 4th, 5th year.
Yeah, I want to say 4th.
At Red Line as head coach. He hails from Bishop McDevitt,
yep,
where he was the offensive coordinator. And has his script of opening plays, tries to read the defense and see how they line up and react to his formation.
Throwing a work out of the gun here with Crossland behind him. And it's Crossland up the middle, has a hole. Gets across the 30 to about the 32. I'm sorry, they start at the 27, not the 32. It gets out to the 32. Gain of 5, and Suero on the stop. It's a second down at about 5.
We saw last week Northeastern had a tough time early in the down and distance.
Quick snap, and a flag flies. There might have been some movement that time on Red Line's part. They were trying to get a quick snap, but a little too quick, and that 5 yards is going to set them back. It'll be second down and 10.
And that got this defense, the Bobcats, in a lot of trouble. They would give up some big chunk plays on 1st and 2nd down. Allowed Central York to have a lot of 3rd and shorts, 3rd and manageables, and they need to get ahead in the down and distance. Fortunate to get a penalty from Red Line.
2nd and 10, ball at the Lions' 27-yard line now, just underway. 2 wide receivers come to the near side and 1 up top. Might see a blitz here from Northeastern, and we do, and they run, and it's Crossland. He cuts back pretty well defensed. He's out to the 29-yard line, but Adam Zarfos, Nate Eister, and Dalton Ream on the stop of Crossland. He picked up about 2. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
Dalton Ream comes up the middle with the pressure, gets good penetration. It disrupts the backfield, able to retrace his steps and make the tackle. A good player from the linebacking position and a very aggressive defense. A lot of different pressures we'll see. And I would bet to see another one on 3rd down.
3rd and 8 now, and thrown to throw. Rolls to his left now. He's going to tuck it and run, and he is grabbed and brought down at the 34-yard line. He picks up about 5, but good pursuit that time for Red Line, or Northeastern. Wyatt Hughes, the linebacker, and so it's going to be 4th down. Thrown, picked up 5, and he is going to punt it. That rugby-style punt gets it away. Nobody deep for Northeastern. It takes a great Red Line bounce, hit about the 32, and goes inside the 20 to the 18. 1st and 10 from there for the Northeastern Bobcats, but I think a good opening series for the Bobcat defense, Gareth.
Very good. Exactly what they wanted to do is force a 3 and out. We talked about it, game in and game out. Penalties, they're drive killers. Red Line gets a penalty, can't overcome the adversity. Possession goes to the Bobcats, see what they can do with their opening possession on offense.
They struggled last week against Central, so we'll see what they can do tonight. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. They'll come with 3 wide receivers to the near side now on 1st and 10. And Sanderson's going to hand it straight ahead to Hughes. Hughes has an opening on the right side, runs hard across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 for Wyatt Hughes before he is stopped by Zarek Neese there. But great job by the right side of that offensive line, opening that hole, and it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Last week we saw some flashes from this offensive attack. They were hanging in there. They had a chance to score from a 4th and 1, weren't able to do it. That changed a lot of momentum in the game, so good first play. Keep this pace alive. 2nd and short.
And Hughes again off the right side, and he's got enough for the first down. Fights his way out to the 30. Pretty well defensed that time, but got enough to get the yardage there as he gains 2. Elijah working here on the stop along with Bailey Royer. 1st and 10, though, for Northeastern.
Can't take for granted any week. You only have 10 games each year, so you have to come out and play each week as hard as you can. Last week, Bobcats were humbled. A new demeanor from this team starting out this week, and we got a flag stop before the play.
Evan Paulus, the defensive end on the right side, stepped across the line, so that's offside. So that's going to make it 1st and 5 out at the 35. And Darrell Henry reports from downtown. No score in the second inning. The Revs and Long Island playing for the Atlantic League title tonight. Revs up 2-0. Keep you posted.
As I said, a new demeanor from this team for the Bobcats. All business when I was down there before the game. Head Coach Shapansky went up to every player, approached him and said, let's go, and got their morale up before the game as they were stretching.
2 wide receivers to the near side. It's Mulba and Willis on 1st and 5 now at the Bobcat 35, and Hughes off the left side, a little bit of a hole, then he's hit and driven backward. Got a couple out to the 37 as Justin Dillon filling in from the linebacker spot that time. Be a gain of 2, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3.
And another thing these Bobcats are playing for, they're starting running back Frank Brown, who they'll miss a lot. It's next man up. You know, everybody else has to pick up the slack when you have a star player go down.
2nd down and 3 now for the Bobcats, their own 37. Their first possession here in the first period. Clock ticks to 8:33. And again, Hughes running up the middle, not going to get anywhere this time. He's going to lose a yard as that was shut down early. And making the penetration that time was Justin Dillon again on the stop. And so Hughes that time went down for loss of a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for Northeastern at their own 36.
This red line defense does a good job of setting the edge and also keeping their gap integrity inside and stopping the inside run between the tackles. They did that last week. They were very successful against York High.
See if Sanderson goes to the air for the first time tonight. He's got 2 wides to the near side, puts Suero in motion in front of him. He's going to throw. Fires it out. He's got Suero in the flat at the 35, the 40. He's got a first down out to the 44 as he is run down and driven out of bounds out there by Ben Hornberger. But that was a nice little pass out into the flat and gets him to the 44. Gain of 8 and a first down.
Keep an eye on this as Jaden Suero, a little gimpy, gets up gingerly and makes his way to the huddle. He's staying in there, but it looks like he might have banged up his ankle a little bit.
Wow, they don't need that. That was his 3rd catch of the year, and that was a nicely designed play. It really cleared out for him. He comes in motion again to the near side on 1st and 10. Hughes has a hole on the left side, and he is out to the 50. That ball come out? No, I don't think so. Almost had dual possession that time with Kobe Martin trying to take it away, but it's going to be held onto by Wyatt Hughes. He's going to get 6 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Martin's still arguing his case there, but it's going to be Bobcat ball.
It really did look like Martin just took that ball away. Same way the bully confiscates the change during lunchtime.
Oh, you're bringing back bad memories now. Jeez. Right at midfield, 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Their opening drive. No score here in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant. First quarter, 6:42 left. Sanderson, and this is Willis in the backfield. Tamar Willis picking his way. He's down near a first down. He's going to have it at the 46. Elijah working here on the stop, but a nice little run there as he waited for his blocks to develop. And Tamar Willis with a gain of 4 and a first down. And Gareth, I'm impressed with this offensive line of the Bobcats so far.
Completely flipped the script from last week, and I'm seeing some creative calls from Coach Shapansky on offense. Last week, Tamar Willis, he's an exciting player. They couldn't get the ball in his hands. They're running design plays to get him runs. You see how he navigates through the defense, talented player.
Sanderson to throw on first down, goes deep for Mulba. Mulba has a step, pulls him in at the 20. He's taken out of bounds by Martin at the 14-yard line, but that is going to be a gain of 32 yards and a beautifully thrown ball over the shoulder catch by Mulba into the Weckers carpet red zone, and the Bobcats have a 1st and 10.
These Bobcats are full throttle in their opening possession, doing a great job of keeping this defense on their heels. Offensive line gives some protection to Zach Sanderson, and he delivers it on the money.
You said creative call, first down pass like that. and that got the defense napping a little bit. And Willis off the right side now again picks his way down to about the 10-yard line. He is grabbed there by Nick Taylor and tossed backward. See where they mark this. Looks like they're going to mark it at around the 12. So it's a gain of about 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Ron, it's one thing to move the ball in the open field and get it down to this position, but once you get inside the red zone, once you get in these goal line situations, those defensive windows tighten up. It gets tougher to punch it in. Right now, Northeastern has to finish this drive.
2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line now. Sanderson with backs flanking on either side. He hands it off to Willis. Willis makes a move, and he dives into the end zone. Tamar Willis on the 12-yard run got a nice hole up the middle, made a move, and the Bobcats strike first with 5:30 left in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter, and they go up 6-0.
Tamar Willis, I said, they need to find ways to get the ball in his hand. And what happens? He gets pay dirt. 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
And Kevin Torres on for the PAT. Wow, you talk about a different team.
All business this week.
And they're up early. Here's the set. The kick is up, and it is good. 5:30 left in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter. Northeastern 7, Red Lion nothing. We're going to take a break on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Northeastern, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. 5:30 left in the first, and an impressive opening drive by the Northeastern Bobcats, and they take the lead.
Pretty sure they had the same guys in uniform that they had last week, unless I'm missing something. A completely different team. Great to see this resiliency and reaction from the Northeastern Bobcats.
You bet. And the fast signs kick now come from Kevin Torres. Bobcat defense got a 3-and-out the first time, helped a little bit by a motion penalty. And Torres boots it a little bit more into the foot this time. Cook's going to take it back at the 5 over the shoulder. Regroups, heads up the far hash, breaks to the outside, now has some running room, and is across the 40, and is he still going? Yes, he was not marked out, and a great return by Alex Cook into Bobcat territory all the way down to the 41-yard line, and so that will get Red Lion revving. 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 41. Now let's get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Markets scoring recap.
Great way to open it up for the offense of the Bobcats, going 10 plays, 4 minutes, 37 seconds go off the clock. They go 78 yards, finished with a 12-yard touchdown run. Tamar Willis for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Northeastern here at home with a 7-point advantage and 5 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
All right, and the Red Lion out now with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way, and an empty backfield for Zach Throne, and he's going to run it. He's a dual-threat QB, turns upfield and puts his head down. He's a big guy, gets down to about the 35, 36-yard line as he is hit and brought down one of the Northeastern guys. It looks like just a shoe repair. Going to be a gain of 6 for Throne on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Throne follows an entourage of blockers. Really a good job from this defense of the Bobcats, not giving up more than 6 yards.
It's 2nd and 4 at the 35 now. 3 wides, 2 near, 1 up top. Throne takes the snap. He fires it out there. A little screen set up to Jamel Foster. Foster with a blocker in front, and he's across the... That ball came out. Is it a free ball? No, I think he was down, and Foster was hit from behind and brought down at the 23-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 13 and a first down as Throne hits the completion to Jamel Foster.
See, Northeastern, last week it was a key for them to make tackles in space. Going to be a lot of the same again this week as Jesse Shea is going to do the best he can to get his playmakers the ball in space, as we just saw in that last play.
1st and 10 at the Bobcat 23 now. 3 wides up top, 1 to the near side, empty backfield. thrown. Colin the Signals takes the snap roll into his left, firing it out in the flat. He's got Crossland. Crossland cuts back, got a nice block, and he's down to about the 15-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8 before the stop was made there. And it's going to be 2nd down and 2.
Red Line, high tempo, pace on offense, back to the line, look to the sideline to get the play, and they're back in action.
Here's the snap, and it's Crossland off the right side. Big hole, Crossland inside the 5, and Zach Crossland is into the end zone on a 15-yard touchdown run, virtually untouched. And Red Lion answers the bell in dramatic fashion, and they are a PAT away from tying this thing up with 3:41 still to go in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter.
I'm liking this. We're off to a late September slugfest early in this ball game. This first quarter's been fun so far. Better hold on and stay tuned for this one.
And working her to come on for the PAT now. And the set is down, the kick is up, and it is through. And so with 3:41 left in the first quarter, we are tied. Red Lion 7, Northeastern 7 on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. Brown's Orchards.
Hi, this is Tom McGinnis, the voice of the Philadelphia 76ers. You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we're back at Northeastern where Redline came out emphatically to tie this thing up at 7. An impressive drive, and Crossland finishing it off and taking it into the end zone, standing up. So here's a fast signs kick from Elijah Workinger. And it's a sidewinder. It's going to be fielded by Lagana at about the 25. Cuts back upfield only to the 27. Good coverage that time by Redline. Fella lost his helmet making the tackle for the Lions. That was Ben Hornberger down there on special teams. So 1st and 10 Northeastern now at their own 27. They need to respond, and let's get the Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoring recap.
After a great scoring possession from Northeastern, Red Lion responds with a good return from Alex Cook out to the 41-yard line of Northeastern, and from there, the offense of Red Lion goes 4 plays, 41 yards, a minute 36 seconds, finished with a 15-yard touchdown from Zach Crossland. We're tied at 7.
All right, and Zach Sanderson now working out of the gun, and Willis, who just scored the touchdown, breaks one tackle but will not get away again. He gets about a yard or 2, and he is spun down by a bunch of guys. Evan Paulus in there. Also, Jake Waldrop was there. It's going to be a gain of about a yard, and it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Always a welcome sign when you see your defense swarming to the football, which was heavily preached for Red Lion as they were facing York High last week. They had to have good team defense swarm to the ball, and it's carried over to this game against the Bobcats.
2nd and 9 now for Northeastern at their 28-yard line, and Willis trying to break it outside, does cut to the outside, still trying to get to the corner, but not able to do it. A flag comes in late. Good pursuit by Red Lion that time as Hornberger and Paulus again combining on the stop. See what this flag is. Came in toward the end of the play, and the referee will tell us in a moment. It's a illegal block against Northeastern. That is declined. The play goes for a 1-yard gain to the 29 for Willis. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 now for the Bobcats at their own 29-yard line.
Would have been the first penalty against the Bobcats in this game. Red Lion already have 2 infractions. So a 3rd and 8 moving from our right to left is Red Lion on the 29-yard line. See if they go to the air and pick up the first down.
All right, Sanderson will throw. In the pocket he stands. Pressure comes. He's going to run it straight up the middle. 35 cuts to the outside. Has the first down. Steps out of bounds at about the 40-yard line in front of Nazarias there. And he's at the 41. Nice gain. Nice scramble that time by Zach Sanderson. Gains 12 and moves the chains.
Some impressive numbers early in this game. 5 first downs already. And we're at 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter. So again, 5 first downs. 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. are the Bobcats on offense. And last week, it took them until the third quarter to get their first down.
Well, obviously much better tonight. At their own 41 now they'll work. And they're going to hand it off straight in the middle, and that was YAIAA, and he is met by the middle of that defensive line, and Evan Paulus and Elijah Workinger, Jake Waldrop, and they have nothing to do with that. It's a loss of 2 for Hughes, and it's going to be 2nd and 12.
So this is an interesting test to see if these Bobcats, right now off schedule and behind in the down and distance, facing a 2nd and 12, are they going to be able to overcome this adversity after last week not being able to muster much offense? See if they've changed the tone.
It's 2nd down and 12 at the 39 for the Bobcats now. Sanderson from the gun, 3 wides, looking to throw, fires it deep down the middle. It's kind of up for grabs, and Willis got his right hand on it. Good thing he did, because that may have been a pick from Kobe Martin. Hornberger was on the coverage. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and 12 at the 39-yard line.
You like to see just a tick more patience from the quarterback, Zach Sanderson. Sanderson, a big kid, 6'4", 190, but only a sophomore. He's got very raw talent. Saw him scramble for a first down already in this possession. He's going to be a very, very talented player to come next couple years. Already a very good athlete, but just raw.
Downtown, top of the 3rd, Long Island Ducks take a 1-0 lead on the York Revolution in the Atlantic League Championship Series. 3rd and 12, Anderson to throw. Has time, rolls away to his right, nobody open. Now fires it at the last minute. That could be picked. Oh, diving for it was Justin Dillon. He was going for Suero out there. Good coverage. It's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and a unique physique punt.
So Sanderson is on the right side of the field around the hash marks, throws it all the way across the field to the numbers, about 15 yards downfield. That's a very long throw across the field. Fortunate, that fell incomplete.
It was in the air a long time. Kevin Torres to punt it away for Northeastern, our first punt of the night. And the snap is there, and Torres steps into a flag, flies at the snap. Good punt to the 25-yard line. It's dropped. Ball's on the ground, but Cook able to recover it, and then he is nailed immediately as hustling down there for Northeastern was that Josh Winan, I believe. And we'll see what this flag's about. It's at the 25-yard line, and they're talking a red line, I think. So we'll see if there was a guy lined up offside or something. Illegal procedure against Northeastern. They're going to decline it, so Red Lion's going to take the ball at their own 25, 1st and 10, tied at 7 with 1:18 left in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter.
Red Lions had the ball twice. First time went 3 and out. They tried to go with a lot of different runs on that first possession. Second possession, got great field position, the 41-yard line, the Bobcats, and they open it up, and they throw the ball and get a touchdown. See if they continue with that spread look.
Well, they do. 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Empty backfield for Throne. Throne looking to fire, fires it out, has his man. It's Nazarias who gets out near a first down. He's going to have it, 11-yard gain, as that was to Jason Nazarias, who's in there tonight for Denny Dennison, and Throne moves the sticks there. It's an 11-yard pass. He is 3 of 3 in the early going for 32 yards.
Smart move to target the backup, Nazarinas, the junior. They're getting a lot of success from throwing this ball. This intermediate passing game can be an extension of your running game.
1st and 10 now at the 36-yard line. They flip it to Crossland, a little bit of a jet sweep, but he does not get outside, and that time the speed of the Bobcat defense catches him for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. A lot of guys over there in black shirts, really tough to pick it up. Looked like Mulba was in there around the bottom of the pile. And at the 34-yard line, it's a loss of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 12.
This is where they have to play disciplined defense. Keep the lines in front of them. Capitalize on putting them behind in the down and distance at a 2nd and long.
At the 34, 2nd and 12 it is. 4 wides again, 2 each way. Empty backfield for Throne. Takes the snap, looking to throw, stands in there, fires it, has his man Crossland. Crossland has a first down out to about the 48 or 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 14. He's brought down by Dalton Ream. But but a nice throw by Throne, and Crossland with the 14-yard gain. And Crossland's a load. He is 5'11", buck 81, looks bigger, and a quick snap, and Throne on the run, and he is caught right, actually a loss of a yard. Again, a good job setting that edge, as you say, and keeping him inside there. Eli Alexander was out there, and a couple of other guys, and it's going to be a loss of one, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We've played one, Red Lions 7, Northeastern 7, the Broadway transmission. Second quarter comes your way next on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Starting the second quarter, it's 2nd and 11. Red Lion at its own 47, tied with Northeastern at 7. And the Lions are quickly out there, and they are ready to roll. One wide the near side to the top. The Lions go right to left in the second quarter. And they give it to Crossland. Crossland running wide to the right, breaks the tackle. He's into the secondary down the far sideline, and Mulva finally able to push him out. That looked like it was going to be a very short gain, if any, and he broke a tackle from his own 47-yard line, and a nice run down the sidelines. They mark him out at the 28-yard line, so there's a 25-yard gain for Zach Crossland, and a 1st and 10 for the Red Lion Lions.
Crossland is the leading rusher for this team. Behind the quarterback, Zach Throne, carried for 233 yards on the ground, averages 77 a game. You see that strong balance on that last run he finishes.
1st and 10 at the 28 now. 4 wide receivers. And the handoff is straight up the middle down to about the 25. That is Tyler Ness, who is in there. And he gains about 3. Ness's first carry tonight. He was a little banged up, wasn't sure he was going to play or not, but he is going to play some, and he gains 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. Eister on the stop for Northeastern.
The Red Line, they mix up the pace of this offense. They like to go with that fast pace, keep the defense on the heels, get up to the line and look to the sideline and get the play. Here they huddle up and taking their time as we open up the second quarter.
Opening minute of that second quarter, still 7 apiece. 2nd and 7 at the 25. And play fake. Crossland's going to keep, or Throne, I'm sorry, is going to keep. Leans forward down to about the 23. Pretty well defensed that time by the Bobcats. And on the bottom there was that's Nate Eister again on the stop. And it's a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 24-yard line. Getting in range of the field goal kicker, Zach Crossland. Elijah Workinger hit a 41-yard field goal earlier this year against York High.
In motion goes Crossland, so empty backfield now. Throne looking to fire it out to him, but the defense was there, and he's going to be hit from behind and dropped. Wyatt Hughes came in, broke up that play, and tracked Throne down from behind for a 1-yard loss, and it's going to be 4th down and about 6 from there. That was a nice play by Hughes.
Wyatt Hughes. Sounds like a main character in a Western film. He's a captain, senior, 5'11", 160 pounds. He does it on both sides of the ball. A very talented and physical football player.
They were going to throw that little pass in the flat to Crossland, and Hughes got in the way, and they couldn't make the throw, and then Throne had to run it, and Hughes tracked him down. They're going to go for it, Red Lion, on 4th down and 6 at the Bobcat 24-yard line now. 4 wide receivers set. Throne calling signals, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Has time now. Running out of time. Pressure's coming, and he is going to go down. He is going to get sacked. A coverage sack. He goes down at the 25-yard line. Great coverage by the secondary of the Bobcats. Nowhere to throw it, and he goes down at the 25-yard line. And on downs, the Bobcats take it over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Great team defense from these Bobcats again. And this is what we didn't see last week. Those are the plays they didn't make. And I think do we have a flag down?
Oh. Oh, a face mask against Northeastern. Wow, that is huge. And that is going to give Red Lion a first down in the Weckers carpet red zone. And they had him absolutely stopped and corralled, and they moved that ball down to the 13-yard line. So huge turnaround with that penalty because Northeastern had made the stop, and now Red Lion is 1st and 10 at the Bobcat, actually the 12-yard line. Wow. Throne calling signals now. Going to give it to Ness. Ness off the right side, dives down to about the 9. Tyler Ness will pick up about 3 on that carry, and looks like Hughes again on the stop in there. That's going to be 2nd down and 7. That's a huge penalty, Gareth.
And I was going to say that's the plays that they didn't make last week, but I retract that statement, and that's exactly what we saw last week. Things just not go their way when you say, ball didn't bounce their way. It was one of those kind of games. They didn't get any calls. They didn't convert on 4th down. They didn't stop on 4th down. The penalty kills them.
2nd and 7 here from the 9, and Throne fires it, and he's got his man Nazarenas at the 1-yard line. Pretty good hit and tackle to keep him out of the end zone that time by Mulba, but it's a gain of 8 down to the 1-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from there.
Red Lion quick up to the line.
And here we go. Throne is going to run it, and then big hole up the middle, and Zach Throne waltzes into the end zone. 1-yard touchdown run. And with 8:34 left of the Broadway Trans second quarter, the Lions take it up. And his 6th rushing touchdown of the year for Zach Throne already in just game number 5, and the Lions take the 13-7 lead.
Easy go-to play for these Lions. The quarterback keeper to the talented Zach Throne, the big-bodied 6'2", 175-pound senior leader.
Working here for the PAT snap. Oh, a bad snap got through the holder, and Workinger is going to be thrown down. So the PAT is no good, and so with 8:34 left in the Broadway Trans second quarter, the score remains Red Lion 13 and Northeastern 7. We're back after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Back at Northeastern, Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. 13-7, the Lions up after the missed PAT, and we saw a 1-point game, Kennerdale and Suburban, on a bit of a controversial missed field goal last week, so that could make a difference. We'll get to the Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap in a moment here. We have a fast signs kick coming from Elijah Workinger, and he boots it. It only takes about a 3-step move to it, and it's a short kick, and it's picked up and was fallen on by Northeastern at about the 27-yard line. So first down from there for Northeastern. Quick update from downtown. Going to the after 3, the Long Island Ducks maintaining a 1-0 lead over the York Revolution in the Atlantic League Championship Series at Peoples Bank Park.
Scoring recap for the Lions on their last possession. The drive was kept alive after a face mask on a 4th down. The Red Lions, 10-play drive, 75 yards, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Finished with Zach Throne, quarterback keeper, for 1 yard. After a missed extra point, 13-7, Red Lion lead.
And a big hole on first down for the running back, Wyatt Hughes. And he's all the way out to the 36-yard line before Elijah Workinger brings him down. That's a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. And again, a nice hole the right side of that Bobcat offensive line.
You're seeing a lot more pep in their step on this offense for the Bobcats and what we saw last week.
Wyatt Hughes came in with 235 yards on the ground, averaging 10-7 a carry, but Frank Brown had been their guy the first 2 games. He's out with an injury, and was Hughes tattooed that time, and Jamel Foster met him in the hole, as they teach linebackers to do, and Hughes goes down for a loss of 1 to the 35. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 now for the Bobcat offense.
For the young football players out there, that's a great run fit, good technique, and finishes the tackle, Jamel Foster. a senior, 6 foot, 181 pounds, coming in, laying the wood.
So 3rd and 2 now. Big third down for Northeastern to avoid the 3 and out after Redline drove for the go-ahead touchdown. They give it to Willis. Willis picking his way, has a first down and more. He's into the secondary. He's off to the races. They will not catch Tamar Willis. I see no flags, and it is a 65-yard touchdown run. And that is the explosiveness we talked about. You get Willis, you get Mulba in the open field, and it is Katie bar the door. And we are tied at 13 with 7:17 left in the first half.
Wiley Willis. Tamar did not get many touches last week. And he's an explosive player we see right there. That's why you give it to that man.
Yes, indeed. And Kevin Torres looking to put the Wildcats ahead here if he can make the PAT. And the snap is there. Mulba puts it down. The boot is up. And no, that one missed to the left. So we have traded missed PATs. And with 7:17 left in the first half, we remain tied. Northeastern 13, Redline 13. Back after this on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
If you're looking for experienced barbers and a relaxing atmosphere, come to Iacono's Hair Studio, 2030 South Queen Street in York. Iacono's is a family-owned business serving the York area since 1972 for high-quality grooming enjoyment and the professionalism of over 75 years combined expert experience. Iacono's is the place for you. For haircuts, for a straight razor shave, for a relaxing grooming experience, for the best of the best in the business, visit or call Iacono's at 854-8258.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Northeastern, Ron Ruman and Gareth Hislong with you. This has been an exciting contest so far, and we're not quite halfway through the second quarter, and we are tied at 13. And we're getting ready for a fast signs kickoff from Kevin Torres, of the Northeastern Bobcats. Still 1-0 Long Island leading the Revs in the fourth inning, I believe, downtown. We'll keep you posted there, top of the fourth. And Torres approaches the ball. There's the boot, high, fairly short kick, fielded at the 17-yard line by one of the upmen. Oh, and he gets up to the 25, 26-yard line, and he is spun down there. Returning that one for Redline was Devin Guerreri, backup running back. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 26-yard line. Here's our scoring recap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets.
Impressive answer from the Bobcats, going 3 plays, 73 yards, a minute, 16 seconds off the clock, and a nice 65-yard scamper from Tamar Willis for his second rushing touchdown of the year. And after a missed extra point, we are knotted at 13 with 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in this first half.
All right, 2 wides near side, 1 up top for Zach Throne, 1 running back. And that running back has the ball, and that is, I believe that was Ness. He's got about 2 yards. That's going to be it. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line as they unpile them. And no, that was Crossland. And a 2nd down and 8 after the Crossland 2-yard pickup.
So far in this game, we've seen a great performance from this defense, the Bobcats, stopping the run of Redline. The Redline successful throwing the ball on the perimeter.
2nd down and 8 at the 28 for the Lions now with 4 wide receivers, empty backfield, and Throne's going to run, dancing around back there, has some open field now, cuts to the outside, nice move, 35, and to the 41 before Daniel Thomas drives him out of bounds with some help from Troy Conway. That was a nifty run of 13 yards that time by Throne because there wasn't a whole lot there. He kind of made that on his own, and first down at the 41.
We've seen a lot of creative pressures from the Bobcats. That time they get caught up. Coverage downfield, sucks away the defenders, and a talented Zach Throne at quarterback. He's elusive, and he can skate. He's a leading rusher for the Lions coming into this game. An impressive 375 yards rushing.
3 wide receivers up top, 1 to the near side as Lions go right to left. 1st and 10 at their own 41. Tied at 13, fires it out in the flat to Crossland. Crossland gets a block and crosses midfield, dives out of bounds right at midfield. It's going to be a gain of 9, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 from there as it looked like Deshaun Surag on the stop for Northeastern.
And this is why I was commenting about the defense of the Bobcats doing a great job, because you're facing a balanced attack like this. So to be successful stopping the pass or stopping the run and forcing them into more of a one-dimension look is very positive. See if they can keep that up as a second and short for the Lions.
5:40 left in the first half. There's the snap, and they give it straight ahead to Ness. Ness leans forward. I think he's going to get enough for the first down. Wasn't a lot there as Jaden Suero on the bottom of the pile, but they spot that right at the 49, and that's going to be a first down. So enough for the first down. Tyler Ness moves the sticks. And the Bobcats have their version of Vince Woolfolk on the middle there, the nose guard. Kelvin Brown, a junior, 5'9", 285, plugging up the middle right now. They call him Tank. I'm going to call him Vince Woolfolk. Either way, they call him Sherman Tank here. First and 10 now for Red Line, just on the Northeastern side of the field, and Crossland has it off the right side, keeps the legs going, and gets about 2 or 3 down to the 47. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from there, and looks like Jaron per year, I think, or Karan per year on the bottom of the stack. Gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Red Line approaches the line for their 6th play of this drive. Started at 7:12. We tick down to 4:45 left in the first half.
2nd and 7 at the Bobcat 46, and thrown on a hesitation. He's going to run, looking for somewhere to go, and he is going to be hit and brought down for no gain. And that was a nice play by Nate Eister, the senior linebacker in there, 6'1", $180, and he ran up and met thrown and dropped him for a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
A critical 3rd down right here. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half. The Lions just across midfield at the Bobcat 48. This is a 3rd and 9 that this defense has to step up and get off the field to get the ball back for their offense.
2 wides each way. They're stacked, and Throne is going to throw. The blitz comes. They pick it up. Now he runs away from pressure. Still dancing back there. Still looking to throw. Fires it at the last minute. Incomplete. Good coverage, and he got nailed as he threw that one. Good pressure on the blitz that time. Never was able to get comfortable back there. I think that was Dalton Ream that got him at the end, and it's going to be 4th down and 9, and I'll see if we have a unique physique punt coming. That's a first incomplete pass by Throne tonight. He was 6 of 6 before that.
Good coverage, good play all around for this defense. Throne will come out, line up in a shotgun, and give a punt.
He rolls to his right in the rugby thing, and high kick. He's going to try and pin him down. Nobody back for Northeastern. Gets a great bounce here on the turf, and it's down by Hornberger at about the 7-yard line, I think. So a nice punt by Zach Throne, and Northeastern will take over deep in its own territory with 3:46 left in the Broadway Trans second quarter. We remain tied at 13. A good one tonight in Division I. Northeastern and Red Line. They'll spot that thing at the Bobcat 8.
Great stop on defense for the Bobcats. They needed that. It was crucial before halftime. Now they're backed up at the 8-yard line. Their goal right now is ball security, get 2 first downs, and then they can open up the offense.
Sanderson hands it straight ahead, and I believe that's Hughes. Across the 10 to about the 11. And Crossland on the stop there along with Nazarenas. Gain of about 4, though. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Interestingly enough, talking to head coach Jesse Shea before the game, head coach of Red Line, he said the toughest thing about Northeastern, you don't know what you're going to get. They have a lot of potential. Last week they didn't play that well against Central, but you don't know what you're going to get. He's getting it all this week.
Yes, he is. 2nd and 4 from the 12 now. Sanderson takes the snap and gives it a use this time off the left side, puts his head down, is met out there by Jamel Foster. He's out to the 16. It's going to be 4 more, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd down and about 2 at their own 16. Downtown, we're in the bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-0 Long Island. The Revs have a runner on 3rd with just 1 out.
Talk about the crucial 3rd down situation on defense for the Bobcats. They were able to stop and get the ball back, another 3rd down. Crucial situation for their offense, not only to keep this drive alive, but to keep the ball out of the hands of the Lions offense.
A quick snap, but it's on the ground, though, and Sanderson has to go down to get it, and I think he did. So that is bad news, but at least it's not terrible news because that could have given it to Red Lion in the red zone, but they don't do that. So Sanderson will lose a yard, and that will force a unique physique punt as it's now 4th and 3 at the 15. So that one never got underway with the bad snap. 2:10 on a ticking clock here.
They had a punt blocked last week in this situation. You see some different operation. They spread it out, their punt formation.
That's right, they did for a safety out of the end zone. Snap to Torres. Pressure comes. He gets it away. Tumbling punt. Hits it to 40 and takes kind of a sideways bounce. So Red Lion will get it at the Bobcat 44, 1st and 10. And they will have a $1:51 left and all 3 timeouts as they will try and break this 13-all tie here as we head toward the Vito's Pizza halftime show.
Tough task for this defense of the Bobcats. See if they can respond again. Plenty of time left. You mentioned the timeouts. The clock is not the friend of the Bobcats right now. They need to tighten up this defense and keep the Lions off the board before halftime.
Lions will send Hornberger to the near side. They've got Foster and Nazarias up top. Thrown in the pistol with Crossland behind him now. Takes a step to his right. And Crossland is he hit and dropped by Dalton Ream, who came through on the linebacker run blitz, drops him for a yard loss. It is 2nd and 11.
Bringing the wood again from the linebacker spot. Dalton Ream, he gets a lot of calls, bringing pressure up the middle. And he answers.
6'1", 190-pound senior linebacker. Had 3 tackles for loss coming into tonight and picked another one up there at 2nd and 11. They stack the receivers to the top of the formation, 3 of them up there now on 2nd and 11. They give it across and off the right side. Couldn't get away from that first guy. He's going to pick up about 3 down to the 42. Pretty well defense that time by Northeastern. And again, trying to pick up the guy in the bottom of the pile. Looks like Adam Zarfos on the stop. So gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8 ball on the 42 on the right hash or running clock. Approaches 50 seconds. It looks like Jesse Shea is going to stay conservative. Takes 3 receivers bunched to the top of the field on the boundary.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe he'll take a shot downfield. Figure you got nothing to lose here. And Throne is going to roll to his left. Now the pressure comes. Eister got away from Eister, but then Zarfos closes in. They're going to bring him down for a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 4th down. So that was kind of a low-risk play as he could have run it or thrown it. And the clock is going to tick under 20, and I think that's going to be, now we're going to have a timeout from Northeastern, I think. Shapansky going to take a timeout. Figure maybe he can get a punt block here. Make him kick it. See if they can get the big play here with about 16 seconds left. You never know. This is a different Northeastern team than we saw last week, though, Gareth.
I'm glad there was a timeout taken there by Shapansky. Not just satisfied with being tied going into half. Let's try to make a splash play with 16 seconds left. Maybe get a return with the talented Tamar Willis. We already saw Willis break one for a 65-yard touchdown run before. See if he can get a punt return here before half.
Yeah. Or see if they bring the pressure. Try and get a block.
Right. And that's where you would get it as well. A lot of times you can go for the punt block around midfield.
And even if you get a penalty here, even if you'd run into the kicker, there's going to be so little time left that there'd be time for probably one play, and that'll be it. So we'll see. Willis is the sole deep safety. Red Lion sends 3 guys out. They do this rugby punt, so you never know really if they're going to kick it. And he will. Boots just got it away over the hand of Suero. Hits it. The 7 goes out of bounds. Nice kick by Throne. Goes out of bounds at the 3. So with 11 seconds left, probably going to be a knee by Northeastern to get out of here. That's a nice punt by Throne. But Jaden Suero got in there and almost got the right hand on that one. Suero, I'm sorry. Get his name correct.
Very good performance in this first half of Northeastern. Great to see the character of these high school student athletes after being humbled last week at Central come out and respond and hanging in there in a slugfest with a touted Red Lion Lions.
Sanderson under center, and he'll just take a knee, and that'll be it. So we will go to halftime, the Vito's Pizza halftime show. It's been a good one, and it's been entertaining. Red Lion 13 and Northeastern 13. The Vito's Pizza Halftime Show comes your way next. We'll recap the first half. We'll get you the stats, get you some scores from other games, the coach's pep talk, and a little bit of Red Lions Marching Band. All that coming your way on the Vito's Pizza Halftime Show. And a good one in Division I. Red Lion and Northeastern tied at 13 here on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on your home for local sports, WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
The Hershey Bears play here. The new Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we are back here at Northeastern. It's halftime, the Vito's Pizza Halftime Show, and a dandy Division I matchup here. Northeastern 13 and the Red Lions 13 as the Lion Marching Band prepares to take the field. We'll bring you some of their show. But first we're going to get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market first half scoring recaps from Gareth Hissong.
Well, this first half, the tempo was really set by Northeastern. Red Lion opened the game, receiving the ball. A good stop by the Bobcats defense, and when the Bobcats got the ball for their first possession, they ripped off 10 plays going 78 yards, 4 minutes 37 seconds. And it was a 12-yard touchdown run from Tamar Willis with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Gave Northeastern lead 7-0. On the ensuing possession for Red Lion, they ripped off 4 plays, 41 yards, a minute 36 seconds with the response, and finished that drive with a 15-yard touchdown run from Zach Crossland with 3 minutes 41 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, on the ensuing possession for Red Lion, they ripped off 10 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes 44 seconds off the clock, finished with a 1-yard touchdown run from the talented Zach Throne, the quarterback. Was a quarterback keeper, and 8 minutes 34 seconds left in the first half. Red Lion took the lead after a missed extra point, 13, Northeastern 7. But Northeastern responds on their next possession. 3 plays, 73 yards, a minute 16 seconds off the clock. And it was an exciting 65-yard touchdown run from Tamar Willis to get his third touchdown of the season, second tonight, with 7 minutes 17 seconds left before halftime. And it gives us our halftime score knotted 13-13. Northeastern and Red Lion.
All right, that is our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap in an exciting first half as the Lion Band begins its show. We'll take a break, pick up the band when we get back, when we'll have our Cookman Kunkel halftime stats, 13 apiece, Red Lion and Northeastern on the Vito's Pizza Halftime Show on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance. Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Marching band entertaining the crowd here at halftime. The Vito's Pizza halftime show, and a good one for you tonight. Red Lion and Northeastern tied at 13. Time for our Cookman Kunkel halftime stats now. An update from downtown at People's Bank Park at the top of the fifth. Still, the Long Island Ducks 1, the York Revolution nothing. The Revs one game away from claiming their third Atlantic League title in the 11 years of their existence in the Atlantic League. So good luck to them. Daryl Henry with that one for you on 1350. Our halftime stats now from Cookman Kunkel. For the Red Lion Lions on the ground, Zach Crossland, 9 carries, 52 yards, and 1 touchdown. That a 15-yarder tonight. Tyler Ness, 3 carries, 7 yards, and Zach Throne, the dual-threat QB, 10 carries, 20 yards, also a 1-yard touchdown run. 22 carries, 79 yards tonight on the ground for Red Lion. And through the air, Throne had a good first half, 6 of 7, hit his first 6 before finally missing late in the half, 63 yards through the air. Crossland is leading receiver, 3 catches, 31 yards. As Garrett said in the first half, they like to throw to the backs out of the backfield. Jason Nazarias in tonight because of Denny Dennison not being able to go. Nazarias has 2 catches for 19 yards, and Jamel Foster 1 for 13. 142 yards of total offense tonight for the Lions. For the Northeastern Bobcats on the ground, Wyatt Hughes, in the absence of Frank Brown, their workhorse, 10 carries, 31 yards. But Tamar Willis, the explosive guy, 6 carries, 85 yards, including 2 touchdowns, one of 12 and one of 65 yards, where he made a nifty move at the line and then turned on those afterburners. Quarterback Zach Sanderson, 2 for 11, 18 totes, 127 yards on the ground for the Bobcats. Through the air, Sanderson 2 of 4 for 40 yards. Mulba 1 catch for 32, and Jaden Suero 1 for 8. $167 total yards for Northeastern. And those are our halftime stats from Cookman Kunkel. We're tied at 13, Northeastern and Red Lion. Take a break, come back, get our York Traditions Bank scoreboard update for you after this on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
If crazy is as crazy does, then at York Kia, crazy is all we do. It's Jeff Stahl from York Kia, where we're getting quite the reputation for doing the insane every day. Here's what's up with the crazy lease deals in September. Lease the 2017 Kia Forte for just $159 per month, a 2017 Kia Optima at just $199 per month, or a 2017 Kia Sportage all-wheel drive for just $229 per month. All with zero due-it signing, zero security deposit, and zero first month's payment, and free oil changes and PA inspections on select Kia. Think Kia? Think York. York, York! It ain't over yet. Jeff Stahl from York Kia again. I forgot the best part. We've got financing rates down to a crazy 0%, and we're still going for 100% credit approval, still giving out the highest trade-in deals, and every new Kia still comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty too. So come see me personally at my desk on the showroom floor. We've got to move our remaining 2017 Kias, and our crazy is your game. Think Kia? Think York. York, York!
Excludes tax and tax. Subject to credit approval. Offer ends 10/2/2017.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back here at Northeastern. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. It's halftime of the Vito's Pizza halftime show. The Red Lion Lions marching band concluding a fine halftime show. Brought you a little of their music at halftime. We are tied at 13 in a dandy Division I matchup tonight. Let's get our York Traditions Bank scoreboard from around the league. In the second quarter in D3, Bermudian leading Fairfield 20-0. So both those teams looking to remain near the top of, or at the top of Division III. So far going the Eagles' way. No score from Central and Southwestern. We'll have to see if we can rent a horse and have somebody ride down to the Mustang Corral and get us a score there. Nothing in on that big D1 game. York leading Dallastown 20-7 in the second quarter. A little bit of a surprise there. Dover leading Eastern 17-7 in the second quarter. Susquehannock leads Gettysburg 20-3 in the second. At the half, the Kennerdale Rams leading West York 14-7. Next week we'll be in Fawn Grove as Kennerdale hosts Dover in a big Division II match. In Division III, Littlestown leading DeLone 7-6 in the second. Another missed PAT. We've seen those tonight. In the second, Spring Grove leads New Oxford 20-7. Both those squads looking for their first win, and another big one in D3. A couple of teams at 2-2. Hanover and York Catholic tied at 13 in the second quarter. And that is your York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard. We're going to
notice a lot of these scores starting to tighten up as we get into league play.
Yeah, they are. You are right. A lot of close games tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our coach's pep talk from Iacono's Hair Design. After this, the Vito's Pizza halftime show. Northeastern and Red Lion tied at 13.
Keep up to date on Penn State football all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I'll have Penn State updates Wednesdays through Fridays. Hear from Coach James Franklin and key players as the Nittany Lions get ready for Saturday's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets, financial advisor Dave Sprinkle, and Penn State York. Get the latest on Penn State football on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get your football parties started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save Markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Brett Brown of the Philadelphia 76ers. You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we are back at Northeastern. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you on the Vito's Pizza halftime show. It's 13 apiece here and a good one between Northeastern and Red Lion. Downtown at People's Bank Park. Top of the fifth, the Long Island Ducks still leading the Revs 1-0 in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Revs up 2-0 in that one. We'll keep you posted. Time now for Iacono's Hair Design, Coach's Pep Talk. Well, let's get with Northeastern first. You talked to John Chepansky in the pregame. You said it was all business, very different from the atmosphere last week going into the Central game. And they've come out and they've played a pretty good first half.
Same tone, all business, preparation. I go into halftime, I'm saying, guys, 13-13, we're tied. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? Is this it? No, it's not. You need to finish the game. We're not winning right now. Come back out, 0-0, halftime. We got to finish this game. It's going to be a 4-quarter dogfight. They're playing Red Line. It's a tough team, year in and year out. We got to bounce back from last week. Did a great job coming out, hitting them in the mouth in the first half. We have to come out in the second half and finish.
All right, and how about Jesse Shea? The Lions, they're undefeated. They're 4-0, a big win over York High last week. Came in here, said we had to, be careful of the speed here. They did get burned on a big play by Tamar Willis, a 65-yard run, which is why we're tied right now.
You said it, the big plays. True to their identity, they're very balanced on offense, doing a good job. They've finished drives. Defense, they've done a good job of keeping things in front of them, except for some big plays. We saw a big run from Tamar Willis, a nice pass from Zach Sanderson. So keep the plays in front of you like they did a good job and were successful last week against York High. Tighten up, execute on defense, continue to do what we're doing on offense, and we'll be okay if I'm the Red Lion Lions.
Iacono's Coach's Pep Talk. Gareth, one other big play that really could be a difference in this game is Northeastern stopped Red Lion on 4th down. The Lions went for it at about the 20-yard line, and they made a great tackle. They hemmed in Zach Throne, stopped him short, but they got a face mask on that. Red Lion got a first down. They scored after that. If not for that penalty, Northeastern has the ball. If they come down and score, this could be an entirely different game.
Could be completely different. Very good point. And that's, again, those penalties, those mental miscues can really hurt you at the end of the game. And saw it with the missed extra points. Both these teams ended up fortunate. They both missed one. They're tied at 13. It's going to be an exciting second half.
It will be. We're glad you're with us here on a great night for high school football. 61 degrees under clear skies here in bucolic downtown Manchester, PA. And, the tough thing about that penalty is they had Throne stopped. He was not going to get that first down, but that's the way it goes. Teams have returned to the field and going through their final warm-ups. We'll be back with the second half kickoff in the Maple Donuts third quarter after this on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Come join us at the Penn State Day Open House, Saturday, October 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., beginning at the Pulo Family Performing Arts Center. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. If you're a high school junior or senior, military veteran, or an adult interested in attending Penn State, you will not want to miss this special event at Penn State York. Learn about the admission process and timeline, meet our faculty and students, and investigate financial aid options. Tour our lovely campus, including the recently renovated and expanded Joe and Rosie Rule Student Community Center. Explore the 10 four-year degree programs that can be completed at Penn State York, or spend 2 years at the York campus and then move to University Park to finish one of more than 160 Penn State majors available through the 2+2 program. Lunch is provided. We are Penn State. Visit york.psu.edu to register or call 717-771-4040. That's 717-4040.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And the York Traditions Bank scoreboard update from downtown at People's Bank Park. The Ducks have added a run. So in the fifth, the Long Island Ducks 2 and the York Revolution nothing in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. We'll keep you posted. The Revs up 2-0 in that one, going for their third league title in the 11 years of the franchise's existence. All three, if the need be, they're home for the weekend. So we'll hope they get it tonight. But if not, have a good crowd for them there tomorrow. All right, we're about ready to start the second half. I believe Northeastern will get the ball to start things off here in the second half.
Correct, and some additional things I saw this first half. So the starting running back for Northeastern is Frank Brown. So they're missing a lot of productivity from him. And last week, Tamar Willis, exciting player on the perimeter, didn't get a lot of touches. Down there talking to the coach, I said, I want to see Willis touch the ball more this week. They said, yeah, so do we. And we saw that in the first half.
Yeah.
So we talked about guys that need to step up since they're missing their starting running back. And so far it's been Tamar Willis. And you think about when you're preparing for a Bobcats team, you know, number one might be Frank Brown, number two weapon Fred Mulba. You could debate which one would be number one, and then Tamar Willis. And Wyatt Hughes is a good talent at running back. So great job of using Tamar Willis when you know that the team's going to focus on some other guys. So he steps up, picks up the slack. Interesting to see what continues in this second half. Will they continue to go to Tamar, or will they say, hey, maybe they'll do some adjustments and focus on Tamar Willis. Maybe we'll go back to Fred Mulba. Keep an eye on that as the narrative of this game continues in this second half.
That's great analysis, and Mulba did have the one big reception for 32 yards, almost a score. He was forced out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, so that's spot on, I think, there, Gareth. And we are going to have our fast signs kickoff to start the third quarter now, and Elijah Working will hit it from the 40 on our right, boot it to Mulba and Willis. They are deep. A couple of dangerous guys. 13 apiece as we start the Maple Donuts third quarter. And here we go. And they'll kick it short, and it's fielded by one of the up guys. And he goes down at the 42-yard line as Guerrero came flying in to make sure he stayed down there. As fielding that for Northeastern, I believe, was Robbie Elzinga Jr. and on special teams. So good field position for the Bobcats to start the second half here at their own 43-yard line.
Good field position here to start the second.
Can't ask for much better field position. Talk about how much that can be a factor in these games is the battle of field position. Northeastern in business, already approaching midfield as they open the second half.
Mulba Willis up to the top of the formation now as they go left to right. Sanderson to throw and first down. Little quick out. Has his man out there. That is Mulba. Fred Mulba fights his way out to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down, so second down and 5.
Saw the captain, Jamel Foster, a linebacker for this defense of the Lions, came in hot trying to get a lick in late. Saw him laying the wood all over the place, all over the field in the first half.
Foster and Mulba also meet on the basketball court for their respective schools when we get a little further into the school year. Second and 5 now at the 48 for the Bobcats. Suero in motion toward us. Give it straight ahead to Hughes. Puts his head down. Only gets about a yard, though, as he is met in the hole by big old Zarek Neese, the defensive tackle, 6'5", 266. He's a senior, and it's a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 4.
That's another element to this offense. It's a little bit different. Since they're missing their starting running back, Frank Brown, they're using Jaden Suero as the man in that wing position. They move him in a lot of different motion, use him in the blocking, try to get some different leverages. They hand it off. They've thrown it to him out of the backfield. See if they try that here on 3rd and short.
And he comes in motion again toward us now, 3rd and 4. And Sanderson swings it out in the flat, and he's got his man. That is Suero, exactly as you called it. He might know a thing or two about this game, and he's down to the 44-yard line before he is nailed there by Zach Crossland and Jason Nazarenas, but it's a gain of 7 and a first down.
I keep saying I don't know why these coaches don't throw more to these guys out of the backfield. Great mismatches. And I look at the stats coming into this game. Red Line does it a lot. Here in Northeastern, using a page from that book. Get another first down, fresh set of downs.
At the 43, they missed the handoff, but a delayed handoff to Hughes. And Hughes gets down to about the 40-yard line. He ran past the quarterback. They missed the handoff, and then Sanderson had to kind of turn around and give it to him, but Hughes still able, they mark it at the 46, still got about 2, and so it's going to be second down and about 8. They were lucky that didn't turn into disaster.
That's quite the misdirection, a full pirouette.
Yeah, right.
360 before the handoff. Quite the technique for the quarterback to learn.
Second down and short 8 at the 41-yard line of Red Line. Opening drive of the second half. Sanderson to throw. Fires it deep down the far side. Going for Mulba. And there's going to be flags. You bet. as Kobe Martin had the left hand, and he was hanging on for dear life against Balba because Fred had the step on him, and it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
Both play calls, we saw it in the first half where they took a shot downfield and converted. Another great timing of getting that play call. You get Lion defense thinking about the run, take a shot downfield. And we're seeing the maturation process of this young quarterback, Zach Sanderson, right in front of our eyes.
So that'll be a 15-yard mark-off down to the 26-yard line, and Northeastern will have a 1st and 10 there on the opening drive of the second half. 9:35 left here in the Maple Donuts third. We remain tied for the moment at 13 apiece.
Again, Bobcats doing a great job of setting the tempo, opening up the half.
Hughes is behind Sanderson now. 2 wides up top. Suero's in the slot on that side. And they give it to Hughes. Gets by a man in the backfield. Hughes still on his feet. Down to about the 22, 23-yard line. Again, the big guy, Zarek Neese, is there. And Nazareno came out of the pile with the ball, but he was down first. They're going to mark this at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 for Hughes. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Completely different team than we saw last week. It's a 1st, a 2nd down. They're getting good, positive chunk yards. Last week it was all negative yards, 3 and out, 3 and out. They went 10 possessions and 7 or 8 3 and outs. Great job of moving the ball up and down the field for this Bobcat offense.
2nd and 6. Sanderson to throw, fires it for the end zone. Oh, Malba turned the wrong way. He ran it out, and Sanderson thought he was going to run it up. So it's incomplete in the end zone. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now. Ball at the red line, 22-yard line.
On the different page there, just miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. It's one thing to move the ball down here. It's another thing to finish the drive and score. A wasted play. You can ill afford those when you're playing a good red line team.
Maybe 4-down territory here for Northeastern. It's 3rd and 6 of the 22 of red line now. 3 wide receivers. And a timeout taken by Jesse Shea. He wasn't happy with his defense there. So we'll see what comes out of that. We'll take a moment here. We'll see if we can have any scoring updates for you here from the other high school games, and see if we can get anything from downtown as well. And let's see what we have here.
Wide receiver,
all right.
linebacker, Joey Sowers.
And we have
never good when the coach kicks out the managers and get the water bottles out of the huddle. We need to focus.
All right.
The defense for red line.
Well, it's halftime now, and York High leading Dallastown 20-13. The Wildcats have tightened out a bit. Susky pulling away from Gettysburg 20-3 now in the second quarter. Dover up over Eastern at the half 20-7. York Catholic got 2 late scores in the first half. They lead at halftime over Hanover 27-13. Second quarter, Spring Grove 20. New Oxford 7. They've gone to half. Littlestown and DeLone tied, or 7-6. Littlestown up by 1. That's our York Traditions Bank scoreboard update. 3rd and 6 here. The 22 of Red Lion. Sanderson drops to throw, has time. Now the pressure comes, and he has to throw it away. And he didn't do it. Fired it down the sideline. It's incomplete, so that's going to be a 4th down now. 4th and 6 at the Lions 22, and we'll see what the Bobcats decide to do here.
Smart defensive call. You've got 3rd and over medium. 3rd and 6. And this offense for the Bobcats have been efficient and effective on throwing the ball tonight. The Red Lion drops back in the zone, see if they can do the same thing here on 4th down.
All right, Sanderson will work with 3 wide receivers now. He's looking for Suero out in the flat, not there. He's going to have to run. He's not going to make it. He is brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and that was played very, very well that time by Bailey Royer, the 6'2", 172-pound sophomore defensive end. Nobody to throw to, and Sanderson no gain, and on downs, the Lions will take over at their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll actually mark it at the 23, 1st and 10 from there. Downtown, we've played 5, still Long Island 2, and the York Revs nothing.
Still a successful drive. Some takeaways. Move the ball 40 yards. You take almost 4 minutes off the clock. Just didn't finish the drive.
So Red Line has it 1st and 10, its own 23 now. Thrown play fake, fires it out, little pass out in the flat to Foster. Foster looking to get to the outside, and it gets out to about the 29-yard line. Going to pick up 6 on first down. Good first down gain before he is knocked out over there. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Red Lion.
Another big difference we've seen from the team for the Bobcats that came out this week. We got a flag. A personal foul?
Yeah, looks like it. It must have been after the play. Boy, that's tough. And that moves it all the way out to the 44-yard line. So that is a 1st and 10 for Red Lion. Couple of tough penalties have hurt the Bobcats tonight.
Another mental miscue. Yeah. These mistakes you can ill afford against a Red Lion team, I continue to mention.
1st and 10 at the 44 now with 2 wides up top, 1 to the near side. Low snap, and Throne picks it up, and up the middle he goes, across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Gain of about 4. Going to be, or about, out to the 48. Mulba on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
So another difference we've seen between the Bobcats tonight versus the team we saw last week in these uniforms is really the play up front on the line of scrimmage. They've done a great job. Much better job of being competitive on the line of scrimmage. Both sides of the ball.
Yep. 2nd and 6 now, and Lions at their own 48. And play fake. Throne gets away from a guy in the backfield, looking to get to the outside, but cannot do it as the swarming defense of the Bobcats comes in and will drop him for a loss of a yard. Great pursuit. Eli Alexander was there. Leading the charge, Tripp Williams was there. Mulba came in. Also, Troy Conway coming in to make the stop, and we have a Bobcat down across the way. It's a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and about 8 when we resume play here for Red Lion at their own 46-yard line.
Again, it's that play on the line of scrimmage. It's Nate Eister that comes upfield and attempts to set the edge. Doesn't completely set the edge, but does enough to disrupt Zach Throne's progress and allows the defenders to come in, swarming defense from the Bobcats, and clean up the play and force a 3rd and 8 situation.
I wasn't able to pick up the number of the player that's down for the Bobcats out there. Right at midfield.
I did check and make sure it was not Mulba.
Bobcats come to the sideline, and Willis is there, so I see him walking toward us, and he's getting up now, so that is good news. And it is Jordan Suero, and you mentioned he was a little gimpy early, so Jaden is going to be coming off, walking toward the sideline, walking with a little bit of assistance from one of the trainers. So we'll see if he'll be able to come back or not. They're already down Frank Brown, and Suero has had a couple of nice catches out of the backfield tonight and playing on defense for them, so I hate to see that, but looks like the left ankle may be taped to begin with. So Jaden will come off, and it will be 3rd down and about 8 for Red Lion at its own 46 here. Still tied at 13 with 7:24 left in the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter.
We see it at all levels. Last night it was the Green Bay Packers. Lost their 2 starting running backs. Next man up.
Yep. Empty backfield for Throne. Takes the snap. He's going to run. Up the middle he goes, has a hole, makes a nice move, has a 1st down, spins again. Nice ankle tackle by Willis, but a nice run by Throne down to the 42. That's a gain of 12 and a 1st down, big 1st down on 3rd and long. Throne doing it with the feet that time.
Impressive run by Throne. You see the balance. Even more impressive is the vision to anticipate the defenders and make the moves to get the 1st down. He's a great athlete and into Bobcat territory, 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun, 3 wides now. Throne, Collins signals, takes the snap, and gives it across, and he's hitting the backfield and brought down. Wyatt Hughes shooting through from the linebacker spot. Got him around the legs and brought him down. A 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Told you the guy does it on both sides of the football. He's an impressive football player. Physical. Gets upfield and disrupts the play in the backfield.
Not a big guy, 5'11", just 160, but he's been a hitter on defense for 3 years here for John Shapansky. So 2nd and 13 at the 45 now, empty backfield with 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the near side, and Crossland comes in motion our way. and he ran by the official, or ran by the quarterback like a faking of a handoff, but a flag flies. And, offsides against the Bobcats. Somebody must have jumped when they saw the fake handoff there. He hadn't snapped a ball yet, so Northeastern becoming a little undisciplined here, Gareth, and it's certain with some penalties. That'll make it now second down and 8.
The Red Lion brings a guy in motion right as he crosses in front of the quarterback. The quarterback throws out some strong cadence. And you saw a lot of guys on the defense. The Bobcats move. Defender slips over the neutral zone and helps out the Lions, sets them up with a 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line.
Halfway through the Maple Donuts third, we remain tied at 13. 4 wides to the near side now, and Foster up top. Empty backfield on 2nd and 8 at the 40. In motion away from us goes Workinger, and thrown shovel pass to Workinger. Up the middle goes the big fullback, and he's down near a first down, crashing down. Dalton Ream on the stop there, along with Nate Eister, but as you got to know, just shy of the first down, so he picks up about 7, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 from there.
I thought it was interesting looking on the stat line. Workinger, a fullback, only 1 carry in the year, but came into this game, I believe it was 7 receptions. I love the way they use that guy. I was just about to mention him before they use him. 6'3", 235 pounds. Great thing about him, only a junior.
3rd and short now at the 33. And they're going to throw, going to fire one for the end zone, and it's overshot his man down there. He was going for the corner of the end zone that time. Pretty good coverage. Foster was the intended receiver, and 4th down and 1. So I guess you're going to take a shot, do it on 3rd and then short. You got 4th and short now. That was good coverage. I'm having trouble picking up the numbers of the defender that time. But he was right with him. May have been Troy Conway. So 4th and short, Red Lion will go at the Northeastern 33-yard line. Thrown, puts the man in motion. It's Crossland again. They did that same fake, didn't draw him offside this time. Comes back the other way, and now they fake it to him. They shovel it to Workinger, and he dives forward. I think he got it with the dive. That was well defensed, but he dove forward, and I think he may have enough for the first down. I haven't seen a signal. Yes, it is a first down. So the submarine, I think, was Ream who got under and took the big guy down, but Workinger able to pick up enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 32 of Red Lion. Of Northeastern, I'm sorry.
Ream and Eister are back there to disrupt the play. Good defense, but not enough. Only needed a yard. Got 2.
Yep. So Throne works out of the gun with Crossland to his left. Gives it to Crossland, trying to get wide, and not able to really do that, but bulls his way inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Going to gain 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And pretty good defense over there for Northeastern. And on the tackle there was Eli Alexander. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Northeastern will bring in 3 fresh legs. The nose tackle and the 3 down linemen.
2nd and 7, and Crossland in motion toward us. And they did it again, and they pull him off sides. That's the 2nd time as they fake the handoff to him. They haven't snapped the ball yet, but all 3 of the defensive linemen jump. That's 5 yards, and it's going to make it 3rd down now and 2.
And it's Zach Throne, the senior quarterback, doing a masterful job switching up his cadence and drawing this defense offside. 2nd time in this series.
So 2nd and 2 now from the Bobcat 24-yard line. Still tied at 13 with 4:05 left on the turning clock in the Maple Donuts third. Thrown. And here comes Crossland with that fake. See if Crossland goes back the other way. He does. Snap is there over the head of the quarterback, and Thrown falls on it, or did he? That ball may still be loose. We will see. And no indication from the officials yet. And now out of there with it comes Nate Eister, and a fumble recovery, turnover, and the Bobcats have it. And we'll see how huge of a play that may turn out to be. It's going to be at the Bobcat 31-yard line.
Big time change in momentum. The Bobcats come off of their second offsides penalty. Red Lion was driving, good methodical drive, working the run game, trying to wear out this defense, in a costly turnover. We're still knotted 13-13 with 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third quarter. And a big turnover of the ball back into Bobcats' hands, and this home crowd is charged up.
First turnover of this game, and they go in the bottom of the sixth now. Revs still down 2-0 to the Ducks. So on 1st and 10, Sanderson looking to throw. Nobody open. Rolls to his right and fires, and it's picked off. Picked off by Nazarias inside the 20 and down to the 13-yard line. As stepping in front of it was Jason Nazarias, the junior, and he picks it off. And so we've now gotten back-to-back turnovers. And Red Lion is in great position in the Weckers Carpet red zone at the 11-yard line of the Northeastern Bobcats. Wow.
Great job on defense, not giving up on the play. And again, we see the decision-making and the youth of the sophomore, Zach Sanderson. An ill-advised throw.
So Nazarias in there only because of the injury to Denny Dennison, and 1st and 10 in the red zone at the Weckers Carpet red zone at the 11-yard line. So Red Lion looking to break this tie now, and Crossland comes in motion. Fake it to him. They fired for Workinger out of the backfield just beyond his reach. Now we've got some stuff going on after the play, and there's flags flying, and I think they're probably going to get Nick Taylor, who tackled one of the defenders from Northeastern after the play. And whether something happened before that, you don't know. But in many cases, it's the second guy that gets caught. It was an incomplete pass just beyond the reach of Elijah Workinger at the goal line, and that's going to be a personal foul. And they're going to march 15 off against the Red Lion Lions as Nick Taylor, the 6', 245-pound senior offensive tackle, tackled one of the defenders for Northeastern after that play, and that moves it back to the 26-yard line. And from there, it's going to be second down, and they've got to get down to the 1, 2nd and 25.
Big break for the Bobcats. They have to capitalize on that miscue of Nick Taylor. Got to stay composed, especially when your team's knocking on the door like that, knotted up in a dogfight in the third quarter.
3:26 on the clock here in the third, still 13 apiece. 3 wides near side, 1 up top, and thrown in the gun. Takes the snap, rolls to his right now. He can run or throw. He's going to run. Ream trying to chase him down, grabs him by the shirt, slowed him up, and now a flag flies from way far away. At the end of that play, it was a gain of about 7 or 8. Ream got him by the shirt, then got some help to bring him down. I believe the second fellow in there was Joe Shockley. And we'll see what this call is. I don't think that was a horse collar. It came late, and it came from a guy all the way across the field, lying at the 18-yard line. Personal foul, face mask against the Bobcats. I did not see that, but he may have been turned away from us. The second face mask tonight against Northeastern. And so that's going to negate the penalty of the personal foul, move the ball down to the 8-yard line, and from there it's going to be second down and 7.
Costly penalty for the Bobcats.
Yeah.
They really have to bow up now and try to make a goal line stop.
2nd and 7, the ball's at the 8, thrown, calling signals, takes the snap, hands it off to Crossland, Crossland to the 6, and that is it. Good defense, picked up 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 from there. Karan Perrier was in on the stop along with, I think, Dalton Ream.
We've seen so far in this game Zach Throne, a talented quarterback, but he struggled on the passes that take some touch.
Mm-hmm.
So the fade could be tough here. Imagine they might try to keep it on the ground.
It's 3rd and 5 at the 6. Throne takes the snap. Fakes it to Crossland. He's going to keep it. It's the 5 into the end zone. Is Zach Throne on the quarterback keeper. Used the speed and crosses the goal line. And with 2:22 left in the third, Red Lion takes the lead, 19-13.
Keep it in the hands of Old Faithful. The leading rusher for this Lions offense is the quarterback, the senior Zach Throne. Gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
And the PAT for Workinger, these have not been automatic tonight. And each team has missed one. Snap is there, the set is down, and Workinger's kick this time sails through with authority. 2:22 left in the Maple Donuts third. Red Lion takes the lead, 20 over Northeastern 13. We're back after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Unique Physique is now accepting clients for personal training for mornings and evenings. Sports-specific training customized for your son or daughter's specific need. Whether it's weight loss, toning up, or getting in shape, maybe an upcoming wedding, John Kirchner has helped train hundreds of satisfied clients reach their goals. John is a sports performance coach with a master's in exercise science and injury prevention. Improve your performance, get better, get stronger, get faster. Start now. Immediate openings available. Call John at 873-0234. Unique Physique, 3432 East Market Street, York.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30, Hallam Exit.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And Bryson Smith had our Fast Signs kickoff for Red Lion. Another pooch kick and fielded by one of the up men at the 38-yard line. So Northeastern starts their first to 10 trailing now 20-13. With 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the Maple Donuts third. We'll get our scoring recap in a minute. Set up by a turnover or an interception by Nazarias, and Sanderson turns, hands it off to his running back and out to the 45-yard line, and that is... I can't pick up who that was.
I don't have a number yet. I think we have a new running back.
Trip Williams in the backfield. Thank you to our guys in the booth with us here, and he picks up 5-6 to the 45, and it's going to be 2nd and 4. And Willis up the middle, and Willis into the secondary, and there he goes. A hole up the middle, and that is all he needs. He leaves everybody in the dust. 55-yard touchdown run for Tamar Willis, added to the 65-yarder from the first half. And we are a PAT away from being tied again with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the Maple Donuts third.
Willis wakes up this home crowd again, and they're charged up. As Northeastern back with a big strike. Tamar Willis breaking another big play.
Wow. He is an exciting player. The PAT is up, and from Torres it is good. So we are tied. It is Red Lion 20, Northeastern 20, as we play with 1:40 left here in the Maple Donuts third. So we have 2 scoring recaps to get to, I believe. So we'll let you add a little bit. We'll keep it here for now, see if we can get a scoreboard update from game time here. And we'll check downtown on the Revs here in a moment as well. At the half, we're muting up on Fairfield 20-0. Third quarter, 20-16 now. Dallas kicked a field goal. York High leading it by 4. At the half, Dover 20 and Eastern New York 7. In the second quarter now, it is Susquehannock 26 and Gettysburg 10. So the Warriors looking good in that one. Kennedale leading West York 21-20 in the third. Bulldogs looking for their first win of the year. In the third, Littlestown 14, Delone 12. It's a big win in D3. Spring Grove 27, New Oxford 7 in the third. Rockets looking for their first win. And York Catholic leading Hanover, still a halftime score there, 27-13. Nothing in yet. Central and Southwestern from the Corral. All right, time for our Fast Signs kick from Kevin Torres. Approaches it and boots it. Spinner down to the 9-yard line where it's taken up the far sideline, and good return out to about the 37, 38-yard line. And that's Devin Guerreri, and it's first down there at the 37. A flag flies now late, way after the play, so we'll see what this is about. Let's get our scoring recap first on that Red Lion touchdown from a moment ago.
Well, on the last possession for Red Lion, they went 3 plays, 11 yards after an interception brought down to the 11-yard line of the Bobcats. And it was a 6-yard touchdown run from Zach Throne, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And a chop block on the kickoff return against the Lions will set them back.
Back to the 22.
And it was a Zach Throne, a 6-yard touchdown run with 2:22 left in the third quarter, gave Red Lion the lead, 20 Northeastern 13. Northeastern decided to answer on their ensuing possession. Only 2 plays, going 41 seconds off the clock, a 62-yard drive, finished with a 55-yard touchdown run from Tamar Willis, his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight. 4th of the season, and we are tied. A minute 34 left in the third quarter. Northeastern 20, Red Lion 20.
All right, Lions 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line now. Thrown, puts Workinger in motion, takes the snap. He's going to keep it straight up the middle, has a nice hole. Thrown into the secondary, and they drag him down from behind, but not until he gets out to the 41-yard line. Thrown with 19 on the quarterback draw, and it's a first down for the Red Lion Lions. And from downtown in the bottom of the 6th, the Revs have 2 men on and only 1 out. They still trail at 2-0 in Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
See if the Lions get greedy and take a shot downfield, or if they will continue to methodically work the ball up the field as we've seen on previous drives.
Their own 41, 1st and 10. As we are tied at 20, and the little shovel pass to Elijah Workinger, but it hits the ground, but that is a pass. It's not a fumble. That's a pass, so it goes incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10 at the 41.
Now, in their previous possession, they got the ball back on an interception, but before that, they were going 8 plays marching down the field all the way into the red zone of the Bobcats, and they had a fumble on the snap, which gave the ball to the Bobcats, and continue to have woes putting the ball on the turf.
2nd and 10 at the 41 now. Out of the gun will go Throne. Workinger in motion toward us. Going to give it to, no, he's going to keep it. Good fake and good defense as well. He gets about 3 out to the 44-yard line as Trip Williams and Troy Conway on the tackle, Nate Eister as well. And, boy, Throne hit the deck hard. He's slow getting up. See if he's going to be able to stay in there. I'm not 100% sure he is. It's 3rd down and 7, but we may have to get a new quarterback in here.
Conway came in late to clean up and make sure Throne was down, and hit him awkwardly, kind of in that, kind of where the nameplate is in the back.
So 3rd and 7, the Lions at their own 44 here. Clock ticks to 19 seconds in the third, and flag flies from the back judge. That's probably going to be a delay. Oh, timeout.
Timeout.
Lions take a timeout. I don't think they're sure that Zach Throne is ready to go. That's the Lions' 2nd timeout of this half, though, so that could come into play later. And I'll tell you, Throne still looks like he is in some distress out there.
Again, he got hit around that neck nameplate area. Looks like he slept on his neck wrong the way he's rolling his head around and trying to shake the cobwebs out.
Yeah, they don't seem to be looking at him at all, so I guess they feel he's okay, just shaken, not an issue of maybe a possible concussion or anything. So,
well, and it was really tough to see, especially from it was closer to us, away from the Red Lion sideline, so very tough to diagnose or see anything that he'd really be shaken up.
Right. Well, he hit the ground hard, though, you could tell, and just banged. So it's 3rd and 7, Red Lion at their own 44. We are tied at 20. This has been a good one tonight. Glad you're with us, folks. 17.5 seconds left in the third quarter. We're heading toward the York Mitsubishi 4th, and it should be a dandy. And Nazarias, Hornberger, and Foster up top. Got Workinger in the slot, Throne and Crossland in the backfield. 3-man down front. Looks like Eister may come from his backer spot, and they charge after Throne. He rolls right, looking and going deep. Man wide open. It's Foster. Nobody there. And Jamel Foster is going to take it in. Blown coverage and a 56-yard touchdown pass from Throne to Foster, who got behind the defense. And Red Lion takes the lead 26-20 with just 8 seconds left in the third.
Great play design. It really looks like they're going to throw the little bubble screen to Hornberger. Sucks in the defense. And what a great play. Zach Throne with the touch. Impressive touchdown. for Foster.
PAT by Workinger, and this one's good. It's 27-20 with 8 seconds left before the end of the third. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this on WOYK1350.com and Game Time PA.
To celebrate the greatness of our country, to sound the call to patriotism, Maple Donuts takes a stand, not a knee. Every football Sunday for the entire football season, every Maple Donut location will feature fresh red, white, and blue donuts as a sign of respect for those who have served and who serve today. To those veterans of America's military, Maple Donuts stands with you.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, the fireworks continue here in Manchester as we still have 8 ticks left on the Maple Donuts third quarter clock, and Red Line up now 27-20 after that beautifully thrown ball by Zach Throne. Foster got behind the defenses. There was a mix-up in the coverage. They had 2 receivers over there, and both defenders went for the up guy. As you said, there, Garrett, they were faking that little short bubble screen, and then Foster got behind the defense, and that was it. Here's the fast signs kick, and it's going to come to the 21-yard line. They pitch it back now to Mulba. Mulba looking for some blocks, bouncing to the outside. Got a blocker ahead of him to the outside at the 40, and has to step out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So an exciting return as the up-man fielder had pitched it back to Mulba, and he's out at the 41. We have played 3. Red Lion 27, Northeastern 20. The York Mitsubishi fourth quarter comes your way next. Don't go away. The high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi September sales event with 0% financing or rebates and discounts up to $4,500 on all remaining 2017s in stock. So stop by and see what we can do for you on all Outlanders with 7-passenger seating, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. And as always, get our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So don't miss out on York Mitsubishi September sales event while selection is still available. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back ready to start the fourth quarter, or York Mitsubishi fourth quarter. Bobcat football, 1st and 10, their own 41. They trail Red Line 27-20. Gareth.
The Bobcats come out after a great return from Fred Mulba to get things started here in the fourth quarter. From the 41-yard line, approaching midfield, moving from our right to left. Zach Sanderson works out a quarterback in the pistol. Hands it off to Tamar around the side, up the left side. He's got room. Tamar dragged by a defender and finally brought down at the 39-yard line of the Lions.
That's a 20-yard gain for Willis, and he's exciting. And I'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Red Line 39.
Continues to be a slugfest here on the clear September night. Red Lions went deep and connected for a score. Now the Bobcats are moving. 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line of the Lions. Sanderson in the pistol hands it off. And it's Williams up the middle. Gain of 7. Good job by the Bobcats. This offensive line is doing work creating holes for the running backs.
Nazareth and Foster on the tackle for the Lions.
Trip Williams on the carry.
Yeah, we thought it was Red Line that might wear Northeastern down. Right now, Northeastern's offensive line looks like they are winning the battle up front.
Zach Sanderson in the pistol. Trip Williams behind. Hughes in motion. Williams gets the carry across the first down marker. A fresh set of downs. Brought down by big Elijah Workinger, the 6'3", 235-pound junior linebacker for the Lions. And the Bobcats continue to move the ball, move the sticks. And back to the line of scrimmage. Sanderson operates out of the pistol. Hughes goes in motion. And handoff. Trip Williams up the left side again, and he powers through the tacklers. And again, it's Elijah Workinger on the tackle, able to wrestle Trip Williams to the ground after a good 8-yard gain on the carry.
Down to the 19, and the Bobcats in the Weckers carpet red zone now as they're driving to try and tie this thing.
Again, Trip Williams, Tamar Willis in the backfield. Tamar Willis gets the handoff, navigates up the middle. Enough for the first down. It's cut down by a host of Lion defenders.
First down, Bobcats.
The Bobcats will go from the 13-yard line, knocking on the door.
So here's the issue tonight. Can they finish? They finished a couple. They haven't finished a couple. They need to finish this one to tie it up here early in the York Mitsubishi fourth.
Sanderson lines up, quarterback. The give. The Trip Williams. Trip Williams up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's down to the 6-yard line. A tough carry. Trip Williams taking the workload here. Right after we saw the injury to Jaden Suero. It's been all Trip Williams in the backfield.
Yeah, he really looked like he was down there. It kind of disappeared into the pile, and then all of a sudden he came out the other side. Fresh legs for Trip Williams in the backfield. He lines up back there now with Tamar Willis.
2nd and 3 from the 6. Sanderson at quarterback. The give to Tamar Willis. Willis around the right side. He's wrapped up and brought down. Looks to be just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard. 3rd and half a yard for the Bobcats.
Junior linebacker Justin Dillon on the stop, 5'9", 155-pounder. So 3rd down and about a yard. Ball is at the Lions' 4-yard line.
Bobcats come out. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Trip Williams in the backfield. Hughes at the wing. Zek, handoff to Williams. Williams up the middle. He reaches over the goal line. And touchdown, Bobcats. They answer. And again, the slugfest continues.
Wow. A 4-yard touchdown run by Trip Williams off the left side, just kept churning, and as you said, he reached out and just got that ball over the goal line. So it is now 27-26 pending Kevin Torres' extra point.
Torres, good operation. The kick is good. And again, we are tied with 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Bobcats 27, the Lions 27. And we have a dandy here in Manchester.
We will take a break here. Don't go away, folks. A lot more action coming your way in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
What Barbershop has 2 barbers with over 75 years of combined expert experience? What Barbershop has 2 licensed barbers who have done hair replacement demonstrations all over the country? There's only one answer, and that's Iacono's. Located at 2030 South Queen Street in York, this family-owned business has been serving York since 1972. For hair replacements, for chemo and fashion wigs for men and women, for a relaxing grooming experience, and for the best in the business, visit or call Iacono's at 854-8258.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
All right, the Revs are on the board downtown after 6. Long Island leading York 2-1 in the third game of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Revs up 2-0 right here. It's 27 apiece in our Fast Signs kickoff to come.
Alex Cook and Jamel Foster back to receive. And it'll be
Torres.
Mr. Torres to kick it off. It's on the approach. We get toe to leather. And the kick will be fielded at the 22-yard line. It's Jamel Foster. Finds a seam up the middle. Jamel Foster across midfield. Foster to the 30, 20, 10, and a stiff arm. It's a touchdown. It's number 33, Zachary Crossland, goes the distance and answers the Bobcats touchdown.
Wow.
And the Lions lead just like that with
What a great run. Zachary Foster picks it up at the 22-yard line, and it's a 78-yard kickoff return. The Lions with a quick strike and pending the extra point. Be up 7 with 7 minutes, 58 seconds left in our fourth quarter. Elijah Workinger, the kick. Splits the uprights on the extra point. And again, the fireworks explode in Manchester. What a game we have in front of us tonight.
Well, you're not kidding. And that Zach Crossland with really good speed on that kickoff return that I probably hadn't really thought he had, but a 78-yard kickoff return. And Crossland kind of picked that up. It bounced and almost like figure he's just going to almost cover it. And perhaps the defense relaxed a little bit, and that allowed him with some good blocking to get open down the near sideline. And boy, he had a good burst of speed, and he said the stiff arm got him those final 5 or 6 yards into the end zone. And so Redline up by a score again, 34-27 with 7:58 left in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter.
And it's been just absolutely back and forth in this game. It's been a dogfight. Both these teams playing their rear ends off. It's been fun to see.
Yeah. This has been a very entertaining game. It's one of the best games we've done in the last few years, I think, as far as competitiveness and entertainment value. So glad you're with us on 1350.com and Game Time PA.
Back to receivers. Fred Malba.
Oh, and Workinger puts the boot to it, and it's going to bounce at the 2, and you have to pick it up. It stayed right there, picked up by Malba, and he's going to be dropped inside the 10. What a kick by Workinger.
At this point in the game, 7 minutes, 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've seen such a back-and-forth slugfest. The field position right now favors the Lions. They have to capitalize on defense and get a stop. It would be huge for the Lions.
The 8-yard line, Northeastern, 1st and 10. 7th inning now downtown, 2-1. Long Island leading the Revs. And so Northeastern with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line, down by a score.
Sanderson going to work from the gun, flanked by 2 running backs. They give to Tamar Willis. Tamar navigates through the defense on the left side, still up, and tackled by a Pride of Lions. And on defense,
got a gain of 4 for all that.
Adam Zarfos comes in to finish it.
Yeah, I think
Lions players down.
Crossland made the first hit, and then Foster before, as you said, the guy finishing it up. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6 from the 12. Well, this will test the mettle of both of these teams tonight. You need games like this, and with 7:35 left, Red Line up by a score.
This is great for this league. Iron makes iron, so to have these guys come out compete makes both teams much better. Exactly right.
Central York 1
and get you some scores here while we have a moment as they check out the Red Lion player in the 3rd. Bermudian 20, Fairfield 8. Hey, a score from the Corral. No score. Central and Southwestern in the 2nd quarter. In the 4th now, York leading Dallastown 20-16. As you said, Gareth, a lot of good games tonight. Dover 17, Eastern 13. So the Golden Knights mounting a comeback, and that is Kobe Martin, who's walking off slowly, a D-back for Red Lion, but under his own power. That's good. Susky 26, Gettysburg 24 in the 3rd. Wow, everything's tight. Kennerdale 28, West York 26 in the 4th. Littlestown 20, Delone 12 in the 4th. Spring Grove up by 20, 34-14 over New Oxford in the 4th, and York Catholic 34, Hanover 27 in the 4th. They had good games all over the league tonight. Our score is brought to you by York Traditions.
Bobcats break the huddle, go from the 11-yard line, 7:30 left in the 4th quarter. Sanderson will pass out to Tamar Willis. Incomplete. Good defense from the Lions. Number 23. Cole Kosner breaking up the pass.
I don't think Willis saw that one coming. He turned around. The ball was right there, and he almost caught it defensively, but unable to bring it in as Robbie Alzinga comes into the offensive huddle for Northeastern.
And that play's been successful for the Bobcats time and time again tonight. Tamar has about 4 catches from that play. Sanderson going to work out of the shotgun. 2 wides to each side. Sanderson surveys the field, looks right, lets it fire up the middle, overshoots his receiver up the right seam. And Trip Williams, Wyatt Hughes, the intended receiver, and the sophomore quarterback unable to connect. And we'll see another punt. Kevin Torres in the shadow of his own field goal post.
And boy, Hughes was open. He just overshot him. He was open for a first down and maybe more, and just a little bit too much air under that one from Sanderson.
No one back to receive for the Lions.
And it's blocked. I think he hit his own man. And have the Lions covered that in the end zone? They have.
And Torres kicks it of his up man, number 78, Stephen Gundy. And Evan Paulus corrals the ball for a touchdown for the Lions. And oh, how the momentum has swung in the favor of the visiting Red Lion team.
Boy, you're not kidding. As Paulus able to recover that one in the end zone. And the Lions now up by 2 scores. With 7:19 left, 40-27 pending the PAT.
The PAT operations. Ill-advised penalty. False start on the offense. They'll back this up and attempt the PAT again. Make it a little bit more difficult for Workinger. Elijah, a big football player. The junior, 6'3", 235 pounds. He attempts a 25-yard point after attempt. And splits the uprights. The Lions take the lead, 41, Bobcats 27. They extend the lead to 2 scores with 7:19 left in our 4th quarter.
Well, we're going to see now whether the Northeastern offense has the capability to hit these big plays. We know they have some big playmakers out there with Tamar Willis, Fred Mulba, and they're going to have to do that now. Because they are down 2 scores and just about 7 minutes left in the football game. And Sanderson has been a little iffy on the throws tonight. He's 4 of 12 for 53 yards passing. So he has not been on, and he missed Wyatt Hughes, who was wide open in the middle of the field on that 3rd down pass last time. Hughes had about 20 yards just when he would have caught up. He had room to run as well, and Sanderson just overshot him. So they've got Mulba and Willis back there, and both of those guys are capable of breaking it as well. So a fast sign's kick to come.
Elijah Workinger approaches the ball. Kick is off. And another booming kick. This one will go into the end zone to be a touchback over the head of Tamar Willis. The Bobcats will take over from the 20-yard line.
Guy has a rocket for a leg, and a big guy, as you mentioned, 6'3", 235. And in the second half, he's really been putting the boot to it.
Puts all 235 pounds into those kicks. Kid's got a future.
Well, we'll see what Northeastern can do now, down 14 with 7:19 left at their own 20, 1st and 10.
Bobcats line up to the 20-yard line. Sanderson goes to work. From the pistol, they give. Goes to Trip Williams. Trip Williams up the middle. A good 7-yard gain for Trip Williams. And he's tackled by Jamel Foster. Talented linebacker for Red Lion. 6 foot, 181-pound senior. Bobcats go from the 27-yard line. Line up, 1 wide receiver to each side, a wing back. Sanderson in the backfield with 2 running backs to give to Tamar Willis. Tamar Willis is met by Eli Workinger at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of 1 for Tamar Willis. As Elijah Workinger continues to do a great job of his run fits. puts his nose on the football. Great football player.
It's a crucial down here for Northeastern. They got to convert this thing because they don't have a lot of time left. Third and a long one. Ball just outside their 28.
Sanderson, the give. Trip Williams up the middle. Enough for the first down. And he is met by a gauntlet of Lion defenders. Again, it's Zach Crossland. You hear his name making plays tonight. Did it on special teams on a kickoff return. Does it on defense, coming from safety position defense. A fresh set of downs for the Bobcats. They'll work from the 33-yard line. Tamar Willis goes in motion. 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 to the near side. Sanderson throws out to Mulba. Mulba makes a move. He's out. Wrapped up. Reaches for the 40-yard line. Fred Mulba is corralled and brought down by number 30, Jamel Foster.
Second down, 3.
Another talented player, the Lions team. And a second down and 3 for the Bobcats. Line up, 1 wide receiver to the near side, 1 to the top. Ball in the left hash. Tamar Willis in motion. And Zach Sanderson takes the snap. Surveys the field, looks to Tamar Willis. Up the left hash. Incomplete, overshoots Willis.
And some of the Bobcat fans looking for a flag on that one as Mulba cut right between the defenders Hornberger and thrown back there. Was a little bit of contact, but no call made, and so it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now. 4:48 left in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter, and I think that was a good play because at some point Northeastern has to take a shot down the field. They're down 2 scores here with the clock ticking.
It was a good play. We've seen the youth, the sophomore quarterback, Zach Sanderson, and sometimes he struggles with the touch on his passes. Very good with the intermediate passes and throwing it to the running backs out of the backfield. Red Lion has seen that page. Tamar Willis again in motion. Same formation we've seen on the last 2 plays. Sanderson will get the snap, and it's a handoff. Trip Williams met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Jamel Foster. A great job from his linebacking position.
No gain.
Forces the 4th and 3.
And Bobcats are going to have to go here because they don't have time to kick it away. So this is the game right here.
They come to the line, same formation. Receiver at the top of the field, 1 to the near side. Hughes at the wing back. Tamar Willis will go in motion. Trip Williams beside Sanderson in the backfield. Sanderson takes a snap throw. Quick throw to Mulba. Mulba for the first down. He's tripped up and reaches to the 49-yard line. And a first down for the Bobcats as they keep this drive alive. And it was coming up from the safety position. Ben Hornberger on the stop. Able to help Mulba to the ground after being tripped up. Bobcats back out to the line of scrimmage, going from the 47-yard line, approaching midfield, moving from our right to left. 2 receivers at the top of the field. Sanderson takes the snap, looks to the right, throws it downfield. Mulba the target, intercepted. It's Ben Hornberger, the interception. And the return about 24 yards into Bobcat territory. And you have to assume that will seal the game for Red Lion.
Yeah, and again, I think the youth of Zach Sanderson throwing that one into double coverage as Hornberger back there and was able to make the pick, and Sanderson got nailed just after he threw that thing. Comes off holding his hand a little bit. He took a hard hit there, but he is just a sophomore, and he will certainly learn from some of these throws, but that probably one he would like to have back. And at the 46-yard line now, Red Lion 1st and 10, and they really will probably just look to run this thing out with 3:43 remaining, and they're up by 14. So Red Lion with the football now thrown will go with an empty backfield, and he does put Tyler Ness in motion and gives it to him. Ness breaks the tackle and still running inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Good hard run by Tyler Ness that time. He will pick up 7, and it'll be 2nd and 3.
Let me go back, and you mentioned about the youth of Zach Sanderson. I like the fact that he has the confidence to make that throw around defenders. I think that's very good to have that confidence, because as soon as he gets his mechanics down, he can make that throw. He's got the talent to do that, and we'll see that as he matures.
Well, we saw a beautiful throw to Fred Mulba early in this game, just laid it in right over his shoulder down the near sideline for 32 yards.
And there would have been 2 if it wasn't for a pass interference.
Right. 2nd and 3 now at the 39. Fagin-Tenez thrown up the middle, and he's got a first down and more, thrown inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 15 and a first down as they move the chains right now. And Red Lion about to put this one in the pocket and go to 5-0. An impressive start for Jesse Shea's guys. We're down to 2:45 in the York Mitsubishi 4th.
After that interception, you really feel the air come out of this home crowd. It's pretty quiet here, as it's been a charged-up crowd all night. The Lions are in business, moving right left to right on the 24-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone.
They put Crossland in motion. Now he comes back, and now a flag flies from the back judge. That often is a delay of game.
Delay of game against the Lions.
As it was this time. So it'll be 1st and 15, but they're happy to milk that clock right now. But on the Northeastern side of things, they'll go to 3-2, but what a much better performance than we saw last week against Central. I mean, they battled a very good Red Lion team. They had explosive plays. Their defense played well. And this is a team that I think has, a pretty good future, and is not going to be an easy win for anybody in Division I down the stretch.
I think you're absolutely right. And I was surprised last week when we saw the lack of offense. I really thought that they had the ability to do more, but we saw constant pressure from Central York. Zach Sanderson had no time. And now Zach Throne will work out a quarterback. And in motion is Zach Crossland, comes back. And Throne will throw it on a tight end pass. Elijah working her up the middle for a 29-yard touchdown reception. The Lions strike again with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's going to extend the lead to 3 scores and seal this game for all intents and purposes.
Well, that was a nicely executed play. Good play fake, and Workinger came open right over the middle and thrown later right in there, perfectly in stride, and the big guy took it into the end zone to, as you said, put this one away. And this is going to look like a much more lopsided game when you look at the final score than it was. PAT is missed, but this was a battle right down to that interception with about 3 minutes left. So 2:10 left now, 47-27. But don't kid yourselves, folks. This was not a 20-point game. And these Northeastern Bobcats came out to play at home tonight and gave a very good Red Lion team all they wanted for 3 2/3 quarters of this one tonight.
And really, what was the difference in this game? It was the third phase of the game. It was special teams. We saw these teams go back and forth, even when they had turnovers. But it was the kickoff return for 78 yards from Zach Crossland that put Red Lion on top. And then they followed that up on defense and blocked a punt, which was recovered in the end zone by Evan Pauls. That extended it to a 2-score lead, and it was all downhill for Bobcats after that.
Downtown at Peoples Bank Park, going to the bottom of the 8th, Long Island leading the Revs 2-1, Game 3 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Well, this was a good game tonight. We are glad you're with us. This has been a quality high school football game with two good teams, 2 good coaching staffs, and it was an exciting contest. And Red Lion is going to take it to 5-0, and they are going to be a formidable foe for the rest of the Division I teams down the stretch.
Elijah Workinger, fresh off the touchdown, approaches the ball for the kickoff, and another booming kick into the end zone. A touchback for the Bobcats. They'll go from the 20-yard line, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. An impressive performance from the visiting Red Lion. Unit on both sides of the ball tonight. Bobcats certainly have plenty they can take away from this game. Ron, you've highlighted how much they've came and the perseverance we've seen bouncing back after a tough loss last week against Central York.
Absolutely. You talk for a moment about that fast signs kick by Workinger. That landed a good 5 yards in the end zone, so that's 65 yards in the air, and that's a weapon. If you can get touchbacks in high school football on your kickoffs, that's huge. So they're going to hand it to Trip Williams, who's had a nice second half running the ball. He's out to the 29-yard line before he is wrapped up and brought down there. Some new guys in there for Red Lionel on defense. That's Kurt Keogh on the stop there. It's a gain of 9 for Williams, 2nd down and 1.
And really what I think is the most impressive part about this game for Northeastern, not only coming off of a big loss, but they lose their starting running back in Frank Brown, and they lose his productivity. And what a job by these guys. Next man stepping up and taking over. Zach Sanderson takes a snap. Handoff, Tamar Willis. Tamar Willis up the middle. Fights through a tackle. Fights through multiple tackles. It takes 5 lines to bring him down to the 40-yard line. Another first down. Tamar Willis continues to navigate through this Lion defense. A little bit easier when the second unit comes in, but Tamar Willis is a talented football player. And he certainly got his touches tonight, made his presence felt.
Yeah, for 165 pounds, he brings a load. There's Mulba in the backfield now, and he makes a guy miss. And here he comes to the outside and coming down the near sideline. And if he stays in bounds, he may take it. And I have not seen that they have marked him out. And Mulba, 60 yards on the carry. So Fred Mulba showing the excitement. His first carry of the game into the end zone. And for Mulba, that is his first rushing touchdown of the year. And it gets things a little closer here with just 1 minute exactly left in the football game.
We talked all last week when they needed a spark on offense. We said get the ball to Mulba. They do it here, and it pays off. You see the talented football player, great setup.
Torres PAT is good, so that'll make it 47-34 with 1 minute exactly left. And another exciting play by Mulba, who made a nice spin move after he got the handoff, broke it to the outside, and then the speed took over.
Yeah, once he was on the outside, had a nice hesitation step, made the defense pause, and he was gone across the edge.
Well, this was a fun game tonight. Glad you're with us, folks. The football weather arrived and the exciting football action. Next week, again, our first broadcast from Kennerdale High School down in Fawn Grove as the Rams will take on the Eagles of Dover. We hope you can join us for that. We'll actually be back on the air on 1350 as the Revs will conclude their season this weekend, we hope, with an Atlantic League championship. And we'll also be on Game Time, of course, as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that contest. Dover been playing well. First 2 losses, but close losses to good teams. And Kennerdale coming in tonight at 3-1, although West York giving them a contest in West York looking for their first win.
Talk about guys coming in to fill for the missing Frank Brown, starting running back. Mulba does just that. I mentioned it was his first carry out of the backfield. What a fun talent to watch.
They have an onside kick coming here from Northeastern. We'll see. It looks like it. And Torres approaches it and boots it right down the middle, though, and Red Lion able to fall on it and cover it at the 45, so the Lions will have it. And now they can really snap it a couple times and wrap this one up. But it was a good game. Lions are going to go to 5-0. Northeastern will lose its second straight, but they got to feel, I mean, nobody likes to say these, moral victories or anything, but they got to feel a lot better after this game tonight, even though it was a loss than they did last week, because they gave a really good team all they wanted for 44 minutes of this contest.
They will. Initially it's a loss is a loss, but when they come back and reflect on it, they will feel much better about this game than they did last week against Central York.
And here's the snap. I think we have a backup QB in. Devin Guerreri is going to run it, and he is spun down by Hughes, and a flag flies. Wyatt Hughes, I don't know if there was a hold or if I don't think he got a face mask there. Guerreri got out near midfield, but we'll see what the penalty is.
I was unable to see that.
That's illegal block. Okay, well. So that'll set him back 10 from the spot. 53 seconds left, so they're going to have to run at least one more play. Possibly 2, and a timeout taken by Northeastern. Okay. Well, see if we can get you some scores in the interim here. Fourth quarter, Bermudian, they're going to go to 4-1, 34-8 over Fairfield. Still just a second quarter score out of Southwestern. No score there between Central and the Mustangs. Fourth quarter, York 26, Dallastown 16. The fourth, the Eagles of Dover leading the Knights of Eastern 23-13. Susky hanging on against Gettysburg 26-24, still in the third. And West York's taking a 34-28 lead over Kennerdale in the fourth as the Bulldogs look for their first win of the year. That's at home. DeLone is taking a 27-20 lead over Littlestown. Big one in D3. That's in the fourth quarter. Spring Grove going to get its first win, 41-14 over to Oxford in the fourth. And York Catholic and Hanover tied at 34. That's in the fourth quarter. And that's our York Traditions Bank scoreboard update.
First down and 19.
So after the penalty, 1st and 19, and Guerreri again with the handoff, and he's going to get a yard maybe, and then he'll be moved backwards. And they have the clock stopped. We have a little action after the whistle maybe. Or do we have another timeout? We do have another timeout. Okay.
Quentin Lyons getting the carry. He's a 6'3", 190-pound sophomore.
So we have 34 seconds remaining. And Northeastern, do they have a timeout left? Don't see that on the... They don't have that number on the scoreboard. I think that was their second. It was definitely their second. I think they may have one, so...
They should have one more left, and that's just, again, it's a statement coming off of last week and how they played and lost to Central York.
Yeah.
It was all business this week. No let-up, 4 quarters. I don't care what the deal is. And you see that from Coach John Shapansky. He's finishing this week.
So 2nd and long, and the handoff there is Cook. Cook trying to get the outside, and he's not going to do it. He's going to be wrapped up right about the line of scrimmage, Alex Cook. And I think Northeastern is going to take its final timeout. Hey, good news from downtown. Telvin Nash with a home run to center field, and the York Revolution takes a 3-2 lead over Long Island in the bottom of the 8th as the Revs look to try and wrap up the title tonight. So we will see if they're able to do that. And so we'll see there now. Here it's going to be 4th down, and we'll see if the Lions, or 3rd down, I'm sorry, so we had a penalty there. So 3rd down, and the Lions, that was the 3rd time out for Northeastern, so they can't stop it anymore. So the Lions can really run this 3rd down play with 37 seconds left. That'll probably do it.
Wyatt Hughes gingerly makes his way to the sideline. He's spelled by number 24, Daniel Thomas. Senior defensive back.
Wyatt Hughes played a tough game defensively tonight, as well as carrying the ball some on offense. So on 3rd down and long here, and they'll give it to the quarterback is going to keep it. And that was, I believe that was Zach Menser in there. And really no gain. That's 4th down, but I don't think they're going to have to snap it again, and they will not. We're under 25 seconds, so that will set our final score tonight at Red Lion 47 and Northeastern 34. But it was a good one here on 1350.com and Game Time PA. We're going to take a break, come back with a Penn State York postgame show for you right after this.
If you've been thinking of going to college and you would like to play sports when you get there, join our team. Earn a Penn State degree and continue to play the sports you love. 6 collegiate sports are now available, including baseball, soccer, men's basketball, women's softball, and women's volleyball. For more information, check out our website at PennStateYorkSports.com. Once again, that's PennStateYorkSports.com.
To celebrate the greatness of our country. To sound the call to patriotism. Maple Donuts takes a stand, not a knee. Every football Sunday for the entire football season, every Maple Donut location will feature fresh red, white, and blue donuts as a sign of respect for those who have served and who serve today.
To those veterans of America's military,
Maple Donuts stands with you.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And we are back here at Northeastern. An exciting game tonight. The Red Lion wins 47-34 to stay unbeaten. 5-0, 2-0. The Bobcats will fall to 3-2 and 0-2. But as we've said several times down the stretch, a much better performance tonight by Northeastern than we saw at Central last week. So get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap now from Gareth.
And here we go. After a good stop on defense, Northeastern got their first possession of the game and went 10 plays, 78 yards, 4 minutes, 37 seconds, finished with a 12-yard touchdown run from Tamar Willis. You'll hear more from him later. And that was with 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Northeastern took the lead 7-0 over Red Lion. Red Lion responds with 2 scores of their own on the first ensuing possession. On 4 plays, 41 yards, finished with a 15-yard touchdown run from Zach Crossland with 3 minutes, 41 seconds in the first quarter. Knotted at 7. The next possession for the Lions, they go 10 plays, 75 yards, finished with a quarterback keeper, a 1-yard touchdown run from Zach Throne. And with 8 minutes, 34 seconds left in the second quarter and a mixed PAT, Red Lion took the lead 13, Northeastern 7. And before halftime, Northeastern responds on their ensuing possession, going 3 plays, 73 yards, finished with a 65-yard touchdown scamper, Tamar Willis. And with 7 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first half, gave us our halftime score, Northeastern 13, Red Lion 13. And coming out of the half, it was Red Lion striking first. After an interception, they were set up at the 11-yard line and go 3 plays, finished with a 6-yard touchdown run from Zach Throne. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. With 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third quarter, Red Lion 20, Northeastern 13. Northeastern responds with a score of their own. Only 2 plays, 62 yards. Again, Tamar Willis does the honors. A 55-yard touchdown run. And with a minute, 40 seconds left in the third quarter, tied the game. Northeastern 20, Red Lion 20. Red Lion responds with a 3-play, 78-yard drive, a 56-yard touchdown pass. Quarterback Zach Throne connects with Jamel Foster. Foster gets his first receiving touchdown of the year with 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Red Lion took the lead 27, Northeastern 20. And Northeastern responds the opening possession of the fourth quarter. And it was a 4-yard touchdown run from Tripp Williams. With 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the ball game, tied the game. Northeastern 27, Red Lion 27. And immediately after that, crushing blows on special teams. It was a 78-yard kickoff return from Zach Crossland with 7 minutes, 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It gave the lead to Red Lion 34, Northeastern 27. The next possession, Northeastern backed up. A punt from their own end zone, and it's blocked. Recovered by Evan Paulus. 7 minutes, 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Extended it to a 2-score lead. Red Lion 41, Northeastern 27. Red Lion on their ensuing possession on offense went 7 plays, 46 yards, and capped the game with a 29-yard touchdown pass. Zach Throne connects with Elijah Workinger. With 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the ball game, Red Lion took the lead 47, Northeastern 27. Northeastern put some more points up on the board. Too little, too late, but it was a 4-play, 80-yard drive, finished with a 60-yard touchdown run. The impressive Fred Mulba, his first rushing touchdown of the year, gives us our final score. Northeastern 34, Red Lion victorious 47.
All right, our scoring recap from Browns, Orchards, and Farm Markets. We'll take a break, come back with our final stats. Brought to you by WellSpan Sports Medicine after this.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi September sales event with 0% financing or rebates and discounts up to $4,500 on all remaining 2017s in stock. So stop by and see what we can do for you on all Outlanders with 7-passenger seating, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. And as always, get our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So don't miss out on York Mitsubishi September sales event while selection is still available. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Back at Northeastern as the crowd files out here tonight. The home team going down 47-34. It was an entertaining game, though, and the Bobcats showing up very well against a pretty darn good Red Lion team tonight. Now our final stats from WellSpan Sports Medicine for the Bobcats. On the ground tonight again, Frank Brown, their leading receiver in the first two games, still out with the leg injury. And Wyatt used 13 carries, 38 yards tonight. Tamar Willis, 13 carries, 181 yards. Most of those on his two big touchdown runs of 65 and 55 yards. He got the end zone 3 times, though. He also had a 12-yard touchdown run. Zach Sanderson, 3 carries, 11 yards. Fred Mulva, 1 run, 60 yards, though. He scored on that one. So 3 touchdown runs of more than 50 yards tonight for the Bobcats. They are explosive, but it wasn't quite enough tonight. And Trip Williams, who did the job in the fourth quarter with fresh legs, 9 carries for 56 yards. So impressive total, 39 carries, 356 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the ground tonight for the Bobcats. Through the air, Zach Sanderson, 6 of 15, 67 yards. He was picked off twice, however, and those really played a big role in the outcome of this game. Fred Mulba, 4 catches for 51 yards tonight. So he adds to his total in leading the Bobcats in receiving this year, and the other 2 catches by Jaden Suero, 2 for 16. 423 yards of total offense for the Bobcats tonight. For the Red Lion Lions, Zach Crossland on the ground, a nice game, 12 carries, 54 yards. Tyler Ness, 4 for 14. Elijah Working, 1 carry for 2 yards. QB Zach Throne, 18 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Crossland also had a touchdown on the ground. That was a 15-yard run. Throne's touchdowns were 1 and 6 yards. Dylan Guerrero, 1 carry for 1 yard. Alex Cook, 1 for 1. 37 rushes, 158 yards on the ground tonight for Red Lion. Thrown through the air, 9 of 13, efficient, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. That was a 29-yard pass to his big fullback Elijah Working, who had 2 catches for 36 yards tonight. Zach Crossland, 3 for 31. Jason Nazarias, 2 catches for 19, and Jamel Foster, 2 for 19 as well. 263 total yards for the victorious Red Lion Lions tonight as they go to 5-0. Our final stats from WellSpan Sports Medicine. We're going to take a break, come back with our York Traditions Bank scoreboard update, and Gareth has convened our large and well-paid staff, and they're tabulating the ballots now for our Neighborhood Sure Save Markets Player of the Game. It's coming up next.
Keep up to date on Penn State football all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Rubin, and I'll have Penn State updates Wednesdays through Fridays. Hear from Coach James Franklin and key players as the Nittany Lions get ready for Saturday's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by your Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, financial advisor Dave Sprankel, and Penn State York. Get the latest on Penn State football on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your Neighborhood Sure Save Markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Market in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we are back at Northeastern. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong here on the Penn State York postgame show. Ready for our York Traditions Bank postgame scoreboard from downtown in the top of the ninth. The Revs hanging on 3-2. We understand the Revs right fielder made a great catch to rob a Long Island Duck of a home run. So 2 outs left, and if the Revs can get them, they will be Atlantic League champions for the third time in 11 years. We'll see if we get a final before we leave the air tonight. Let's get the other scores from around the York Adams League now from game time. In the fourth quarter, Bermudian Springs 34 over Fairfield 8. So the Eagles are going to move to 4-1 on the season with that win and stay up in first place in Division III, at least tied for it. Well, Central over Southwestern 41-0 in the Mustang Corral. So Central we saw very impressive against Northeastern last week, and they go to 3-2 now and 2-0 in league play with an impressive win tonight. York defeats Dallastown 26-16. So the Bearcats bounce back after the loss to Red Lion last week. They go to 4-1. Dallastown falls to 2. Dover leading Eastern 30-13 rather in the fourth quarter. Eagles looking to go to 3-2 in the year and 2-0 in division play. Susquehannock defeats Gettysburg 26-24. So the Warriors are now 3-2 on the season and 1-0 in the league. West York gets its first win of the year for Jeremy Jones and the Bulldogs, defeating Kennerdale at home 34-28. So Kennerdale now drops to 3-2 and 1-1, and we'll have Kennerdale hosting Dover next week. So the Rams are going to absolutely need that one to stay in the Division II hunt. But congratulations to Jeremy Jones and the Bulldogs as they get off the schneid with a 34-28 win at home tonight. Oh, Littlestown defeats Delone 28-27, Gareth, in a big battle of 4-0 teams. So they take the Division III lead. The Bolts with a 1-point win over the Squires. Spring Grove gets its first win of the year, 41-21 over New Oxford. The Colonials remain winless. And in the fourth quarter, York Catholic now pulling away from Hanover 48-34 as the Irish look to go 3-2 and stay in that Division III hunt. Downtown, 1 out to go as the Revs are down. They're leading 3-2 against Long Island, and 1 out remaining in the bottom of the ninth. So we'll see if we can get a final there as the Revs look to sweep the championship series and win their third Atlantic League championship in 11 years.
Go Revs.
All right, time now for our Neighborhood Sure Save Markets Player of the Game. And we had a debate here tonight because there were a couple of guys that we could have gone with, but what was the final verdict there, Mr. Hissong?
Zach Throne does a lot of heavy lifting for this team. He's the senior 6'2", 175-pound quarterback. He's a captain. And tonight on the ground, he did 18 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Through the air, 9 for 13, 105 yards and a touchdown. But not to be outdone was Zach Crossland. He's a senior, 5'11", 181 pounds. He is our player of the game. Zach Crossland, 12 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown, 3 receptions for 31 yards. He did a lot of work on defense, and he also had a 78-yard kickoff return, which really swayed the momentum in this game. I think he was the key factor and the difference maker. Throne, he does this week in and week out. He's supposed to do what he did. But Zach Crossland, our player of the game.
All right, from your Neighborhood Sure Save Market says Red Lion wins it 47-34 to go to 5-0, and no final yet from downtown. So we're going to have to send you over to 1350 and Darrell Henry to get the final call for the Revs, hopefully, as they maybe bring home an Atlantic League championship. But again, our final tonight, 47-34, Red Lion over Northeastern. Central PA game day, 9 o'clock tomorrow. And next week we're in Kennerdale as the Rams host the Eagles in a big Division II game. We hope you can join us. All right, for Eileen Joyce on the video for Game Time tonight, my partner Gareth Hissong, I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOYK's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution, bringing you the best of the York every Friday night. High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps and online at WOYK 1350. sports1350.com. And make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 9 for Central PA Game Day with the coach, Wayne McCullough, featuring the high school football scoreboard show and live interviews with the players and coaches. And get your football weekend started early. Every Thursday at 4 p.m., it's Game Day with Game Time PA, previewing the weekend's biggest games. Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports. Now, back to NBC Sports Radio on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.